different branches. You like 5 minutes from each.
All right, Hotel family. This is your brother, Guy Hollywood Jr., and I'm coming to you with another exclusive program. And today's program is investing in crypt, crypto, cryptocurrency. And basically, we want to know, what is cryptocurrency, and is it a good investment? Is it not? So I think these are the questions that we are people would, I guess, the people want to know. I guess I got my two brothers here. These are I'll say, the experts of when it comes down to currency and investing. I will let my two brothers introduce themselves, starting with uh, Mr. Cool Cutter. Mr. Cool Cutter, are you there?
All right. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Hey, Hotep. And first of all, man, I really appreciate you guys in Hollywood to invite me onto your show, man. I'm honored, and I'm more than welcome. I mean, I'm really glad that you invite me in your show. So thanks to you. Look at him. Well, to introduce, let me give a little like something that's relative to what we're talking about, cryptocurrency and what have you and stuff, man. To introduce myself, I'm Cuckoo.
Yeah, okay.
Cuckoo Cutter. Relative to first of all, let me just say this. I know he God in Hollywood says that we are. Well, I don't know about Isaiah, but I can speak for myself. I'm, as a disclaimer, I am far from an expert. I am a neophyte in this. Isaiah's been into investment for 20 years. He's the one that got me into it 3 years ago, but I was extremely skeptical about it. But I will talk about that. But I'm not, as a disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. I don't have the credentials, nor the expertise, nor the training, none whatsoever. What I am doing is that for the past since early January, I got into investments. First with stocks, and then it gradually morphed in combination with cryptocurrency. So if anything that I say, I am going to share my since January, 5 months, 6 months of my opinions about and sharing it with you and what I experienced and about cryptocurrency. So I just want to get that straight. I know Guy in Hollywood, he respects. I mean, he wants to know about it. He wants to be educated about it. I'm sure he trusts our opinions, our perspective, and our insights about it. And he's providing us to resonate that on his platform, not only with himself, but with his audience as well, and what have you and stuff. So let's just get that straight. I'm not an expert. I'm just a what have you. And I just want to share like my experience with it. I'm off the mic.
All right, Isaiah. Oh shoot, this guy stepped away. Let me see if I can. Where Isaiah went? We just waiting on Isaiah. Okay. This guy stepped away. So we'll wait till. Let me just say a couple of things. I think as we're learning about this, because I know
Mm-hmm.
that you're very you like I feel like you can learn as you go, right? So that's why I'm just trying to figure out um is it okay, here go Isaiah. Okay. Isaiah,
Yeah, what's
okay,
up,
Isaiah.
fam?
Let's
Yeah,
good. Let's good.
you got
Introduce yourself and tell them how to find you and all that stuff, all that good stuff.
All right, cool, man. My name is Isaiah Israel. I guess I am the founder of the Facebook page Wall Street News and Gold Report. I am not an expert, but I have a hell of a lot of good experience. In the last 4 or 5 years has gone up, not 4%, not 40%, not 400%, over 4,000% for each and every stock that I collectively that I given out to as an advice to buy. The most current one is LVGI. I think it's going to do a lot better than all of those combined. If you hold on to it for about a year, 2 years, or three, it really depends on how everything is going. But with all of that being said, I'm really excited about being able to share what little bit of knowledge I got. I had the very, very, very blessing to um, come across John Rogers, who was or is the founder of Aerial Capital Management. And I was a little boy, coming out of high school. He just graduated from Princeton, and we struck up a conversation in the elevator, and from there it was on and popping, man. The first stock I ever bought was Cubic Corporation, and it went from 17 to like $43 or something. I'm like, wow, this is it. So if I can be a blessing to anybody, and hopefully I can be a blessing to everybody that's listening here, who really want to understand it, then you can write me at iisrael9132 at gmail.com, or you can just give me a call and we can just crack up a conversation, and I can just kind of like, take the person by the hand who really want to learn how to invest and be successful at it. That's 829 That's my WhatsApp. So
Okay.
we're good to go, man. Let's
Definitely,
get it.
definitely, definitely. So the question is, here's the question. And I'm starting with Cool Cutter and then Isaiah. What is cryptocurrency? Now, as far as my knowledge, it's supposed to be this virtual money, right? It's not really, it don't really exist or something like that. And is crypto, and the next question is cryptocurrency is backed up by something? Those are the two. I think that people want to know what is cryptocurrency and is it backed up by any type of resources? Starting with you, Cutter.
Well, first I'll say I'll address your question first, and then I'll let if you don't mind, I'm if it's on your second part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What cryptocurrency is, and I'm gonna say this, and I said this in my video on my Facebook because I get questions this all the time, and people are very interested into cryptocurrency. Like the same thing about me when I first started. You already know, like you're intellectual. Isaiah is an intellectual. Um, but for years, I mean, for a while, I've heard about cryptocurrency, but I just like, God damn. So at first, out of my ignorance, I had all kind of how can I say reflexes about it. And then learning, and hearing about it, I was skeptical. Then from that stage, I was being from skeptical, I was armored by learning about it. And I did research. Of course, as you know, you apply scientific literacy and the methodology of objectivity and what have you and stuff, so I can arrive to a good quality of a good assessment and evaluation of it by minimizing my bias and my suppositions or my preliminaries I have for it. So, and then I was convinced. First, it was for me to understand stocks. For years, I did not know what stock. I got videos with Isaiah. I like, what the fuck is a stock? I can't understand. I know about genetics. I know about this. I know about that. But I could not because Brother Bakar knows that. I tell him I am not good business oriented. I just have a mental retardation of it. So I was perplexed and I was baffled about stocks. And then Isaiah is the one that introduced me. He walked me through infidelity I think 2 years ago and what have you, open account. But and then when I seen some money, that, of course, that energized me. So that's what really propelled. And then when I hurt my knee, and then I started looking at my future and stuff, I'm like, damn, man, this 401k ain't gonna do it. I mean, I'm gonna make a lot of money, but that's not no way that I feel that's going to sustain when I get older. I'm already older. So when I start understanding stocks, I was like, damn, that's what stocks is all about. It's not that difficult. I just made it difficult. And then while I was learning about stocks and, y'all see me on Facebook and, I know y'all see me on Facebook talking about AMC and all this and what have you and stuff, which I made a lot of money off of that. And I was posting that for months, telling people, I said, man, look up, check this out. But then when I start learning about stocks, and as I learned, just like I learned about science when I went to college and what have you, I says that I learned like and as my profession, I'm a truck driver. That's the only thing that I'm a professional about, being a professional truck driver. I'm a flatbedder. My mentor, he's an expert. He has 32 years. And I learned, just like in my past, is to learn off of people who are successful and they're doing it, not talking about it, but their receipts are being confirmed and by their actions. So the same thing with stocks. I listen to people who are transparent, who are consistent, and like I said, they show the receipts. So I was just like, I was being in forums, and I was like, damn, why is everybody talking about crypto? Here goes this crypto crap, like that thing that you see on your background. I really believe that's what Bitcoin was. Just to be frank, I know but that's not what Bitcoin is. That's what I thought. I thought that was really a Bitcoin, but it's not. So when they start talking about Bitcoin, I'm like, yeah, okay, these guys are trustworthy. They're married, they're reliable and such. So, and they're showing the receipts. And I said, let me look into it. So when I started looking into it, I had to dispel some of the rigid perceptions which is normal that we all as humans do. So I had to I have to apply scientific thing like I do on my research, being objective. So when I started learning about digital currency, like I made that video today on Facebook, digital currency is that the fact that you hear the word coin, it automatically as a not a knee jerk, but we think of it like a nickel or a dime or fiat money. Okay. And it's not. What it is, like I says in the video, is crypto, which is a compound, cryptocurrency. It is a compound because we live in a digital age now. We live in a world with a computer that is in cadence of the internet, which we know is a network which revolutionized started back when it really got its footing and establishment in the early of the genesis of 1990s. And you see how the internet evolved, which mass information can be distributed and dispersed at a blink of an eye, access of information. And now you see how the internet is intertwined with businesses where you can use your smartphone. You don't need to get out your debit card. You can just tap something. Like when I'm at a truck stop, I just tap that bad boy and I don't have to put all my code and all that kind of stuff, right? Amazon and all that kind of stuff. So with digital currency, what I've found, which digital currency is this, just to be simple. When digital currency, like the OG, the Suge Knight of all, the godfather of all cryptocurrency, because there's out 10,000 different cryptocurrencies out right now. But the atom, okay, or not the canoe, but the first one that sparked all of them, which is called Bitcoin. That is the Suge Knight. That's the OG. It pioneered. But there were other people that try to do a bit cash and all these. There were people that was doing this back in the early 90s. And what they were trying to resolve is the ability to eliminate the government, the banking, and other institution entities. So again, right now when you use Cash App or anything, Visa, anything, if I want to transfer something of money to you, Guy in Hollywood, we had to utilize a service, right? Or some institution. There's an intermediate behind it. Satoshi Nakamoto, who is a mysterious guy, who everybody don't know who it is, but me and a lot of people already know. He's right in front of us. Who started, but he used a pseudonymous name. He didn't want to be identified. He's a genius. He's what have you. And what he did, he resolved the issue where the banking or the government can't get involved with this. So if I want to, with the utilization of the apparatus of the internet, and if I want to transfer value to you, Guy in Hollywood or Isaiah, we did not have an intermediate to control it, regulate it, or anything like that. Because every time you use something, Western Union or something like that, you got to pay a fee. So what he did, he created within the internet an open source, not open like you think, but an open source, a digital ecosystem within the internet, the usage of the internet, where you can have the ability to transfer value to a particular person by providing a personal address that I only have. So when Isaiah says, I want to send you this, I say, here's my address. You can give it to whoever you want to. Doesn't make no difference because it's not going to breach no security, right? So I give it to Isaiah. Isaiah says, I'm going to send it to you. There's nobody in between this. So now, what happens is there's a network on the digital ecosystem. When he sends that money to me, that transaction, it goes into a digital ledger. Okay. The computer's only job, they made it that you can't hack it, you can't do this, you can't do that, right? When somebody wants to participate, their only job is to confirm that I made that transaction to Isaiah. So it's a consensus of integrity. It don't identify my personal identity nor Isaiah. All it does is to confirm how much I sent and what time I sent. And the computers, I know people say, oh, it's going to be like the, how can I say it? Like computers are going to take over. It's going to get hijacked. No, because if a computer deviates, all the computers would, what's called a slash, and it will block them out. All the computers are doing is confirming all these thousands of that's all their job to do. And then it's put it into a block. It's like a page in a book. All it does is confirm that I made that transaction in thousands of people all over the globe. Once it's established and confirmed, and then whoever that's doing it gets an incentive, and they get what they call mining. They get an incentive so they get a partial of that Bitcoin. Now, let me just say this. Now, Isaiah said this. How does it get its value? How does it get this? It's similar to stocks. Apple is a great company. It produces and it yields good product. So it gets a lot of revenue, gets a lot of money. They use the capital revenue and they put it back into their company. They invest it in their company. So companies or corporation issues out shares. They issue out the shares so the public, the IPO, they get on the NASDAQ or the New York, whatever and stuff. So they issue out the shares. So other people like us, retailers or institution retailers or hedge funds, can say, you know what? I believe in this company. So I will buy their share at that price. Because as the overall valuation of that company goes up, and more people buy because they believe in it through perception, interest, and utilization. They buy into it. So when more people are interested in mass and they buy Apple stock, the price goes up. The same way with cryptocurrency. You can use your phone now. There's not none of those people where you see on trading day yelling those that they're numbered. They're like 5%. We have the ability, thanks to the internet, we can use secured platforms such as Coinbase, Kraken, Voyager, Robinhood, Webull. That is you now. The stock traders look like Guy, look like Isaiah, and they look like me, and they look like everybody across on the globe. And they can buy the same way you can buy stocks, you can buy crypto. The more people buy a crypto, it goes into a digital, like I said, ecosystem, just like it does. When more people buy it, so does the price of the digital cryptocurrency. And that's how, I'm going to be quiet because I talk long-winded and what have you. So you got it there, God. Thanks.
Okay. That's interesting. Very interesting. So, Isaiah, do you agree with Brother Cutter saying, or what is your perception of cryptocurrency? Because my next question I'm going to ask both of your brothers: is it a good investment? Because I'm hearing two different people saying, "Oh, it's not good. Don't Bitcoin is." And do you think is it? Because I mean I could be wrong, but is it backed up by shares or by companies? Is it backed up by resources? What is your take on that, my brother? Well, but first, what is? Well, first, what? First, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. First is what is what is cryptocurrency? On what do you think? Do you agree with Cutter, or what is your perception of cryptocurrency? And is it backed up by anything? And with the research that you have done?
Well, cryptocurrency is bullshit. Pyramid scam. If you can find the next fool to buy it, then you don't make some money. Just like real estate, when you get into real estate and you buy a home at the retail price, let's say $300,000. No house is worth $300,000. No house is worth $3 million. And I've seen the guy on YouTube. You can probably Google, not Google it, but put it into YouTube. A $500 million house. Do you understand what I'm saying? No purse is worth $5,000. I've seen a Louis Vuitton purse for $60,000. Now, who in the hell is setting these prices? Capitalism has a way in which you can make some money. That's all what it is. When I first made my bit of money, I went out because I wanted to be a part of the whole system. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm rich now, or at least richer at that point. I'm gonna go buy me a Rolex with diamonds on it because I gotta look the part. You got played. I got played. We all get played. Now, when you're doing real estate, there's only three things in which you can do. I'm trying to get into the back door of crypto in order to understand it, right? So there's only three ways in which you can make money: stock, bond, commodity futures, and options, and all that associated with starting a business with a product or service that people need and want, or real estate. The best way to do real estate is with back taxes and foreclosure. There's like 250 pages of foreclosed properties in Oklahoma alone. Now, with all of that being said, what are you going to do? You're going to buy $32,000 a Bitcoin and hope that it go back up to 60,000? Are you going to buy, whatever the case may be? So a crypto is nothing but a scam. Now, I sent you a video of a guy who was explaining what a pyramid scam is. This is exactly what it is. And when you look at the history of this world, this is nothing but a repeat of what happened in the Netherlands with the tulip bulb craze. Google that. There's no rhyme, there's no reason, there's nothing behind this motherfucker that's giving it a $32,000 or $42,000 value. How in the fuck can a product that you can't even hold in your hand, like you can hold gold in your hand, like you can hold silver in your hand, like you can hold diamonds in your hand, You can't. How the fuck is this shit worth more than all of that combined? It is because it is the latest, greatest, craziest bullshit that has been in existence since the tulip bulb craze. There's nothing behind it. There's no product behind it. There's no service behind it. There's nothing but the next motherfucking fool that's dumb enough to buy the shit, hoping that they hold on to it. It'll go up. That's it. The same thing that happened during the tulip bulb craze in the Netherlands. You can just Google it. This is just a modern day tulip bulb craze. This shit. You've seen a lot of people talking about, well, it's the how do they say it? Decentralized. Wait, what? What? Are you trying to tell me this motherfucker is worth more than a dollar? Worth more than a yen? Worth more than any other currency that is out there that's backed by the U.S. Agencies or gold now? You know what I mean? So, in all efficacy, in all honesty, Bitcoin is a sucker's game. Bitcoin is a sucker's game. Bitcoin is a sucker's game. And I said this shit many a times ago. The people who made money, but you got to realize when you make money, get the fuck out and leave it alone because there's nothing back in it at all. I don't give a damn how they try to explain it. And there's a guy on YouTube, a Chinese guy, who did a show about crypto and how these people were trying to explain it. They couldn't explain the shit. They come in all kind of ways, giving these flowery descriptions about decentralized and we're gonna get away from the dollar, from the yen, from all these government currencies or whatever. Hey, do you actually believe the U.S. government is going to allow some bullshit currency to come along that is not even that you can't even hold in your hand? Goddamn well, the U.S. government is going to back a crypto with its wealth. You know what I mean? So when people are talking about how much money they made, that's great. But it's not for me. It might be for you. You might be you might be a day late and a dollar short because now you're hoping that, it goes back up or when Bitcoin was going for less than a thousandth of a penny, now it's $32,000. You hope it might go up the same way. No, player, you missed that buzz. You know what I mean? But then again, everybody is different, and everybody got to find a vehicle which you can use to create wealth for your family. But I'm not one to get into the pump and dump scam and scheme and pyramid bullshit. I prefer companies that have a product or service that people want, that you can talk to the CEO, the COO, or the investor relations people. You can actually see the earnings coming in from different branches of the company that is earning money, like LVGI is doing, even though the price is not reflecting that. But then again, once people began to talk about it as far as following it, like a lot of companies do, and they start to suggest it, like over the counter people on Twitter, they were saying, well, wait a minute, why is LVGI only going for like 4, 5, 6 cents a share? It's worth a hell of a lot more than that because you got 3 subsidiaries that is earning money. So once people start to see it, once people start to realize that, hey, this company is worth more than AMC. AMC is losing money. The only reason why AMC is like $30, $40, $50, all the way up to like $70 is the fact that, people are just running in on it and hoping that it'll keep going. But in actuality, I sent that piece of information to our group saying what is going on with the AMC and how the inside people are dumping it. You know what I mean? And so you got to look at the nuts and bolts of a given situation as to why, AMC is going up like GameStop. You know what I mean? People are playing it. And if people can get in before it starts to take off, and then once you get up to $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, then you made your money. And you basically you get the next fool who's gonna buy it. But if you look at the nuts and bolts of AMC, there's nothing there. They have lost money because of this pandemic. There was nothing there. People are not going to the fucking theaters. There was nothing there. There's no earnings. There was nothing there as of yet. Now, can it recuperate? Can it bounce back? Yes. But Is it worth $30, $40, $50? Hell no. The book value, let me explain this. The book value of Amazon, the current price for Amazon is $3,200. Ain't no motherfucking way the stock worth $3,200. The actual book value after you eliminate all the debt is about $22 a share. That's it. Now, why is it going for what 10, 100 times, over 100 times that? It's because of the expectations and the earnings that it keeps beating quarter over quarter, and it's taking those earnings and those rise in prices and using that capital that they have as far as the shares to buy a Whole Food for $12 billion. Now they're buying MGM Studio, the movie people, for $8 billion. Is that actual cash? No. It's the stock that Amazon has that has value 3,000 times. The market cap for the market value for Amazon is like $2 trillion almost. Unreal. So how in the fuck can Bitcoin, which I would like to say Bitcoin, can be worth more than Amazon? Please explain that. It is not. It has no fucking value behind this bullshit. And I don't give a fuck how somebody try to explain it, how somebody try to say, well, I'm gonna make money. Isaiah don't know what, nigga. You see my receipt, Gary, $1.2 million. I ain't got a fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Am I rich? No, I'm rich in a lot of other folks. But to me, man, I can go out and buy me a Rolls Royce, but I don't have Rolls Royce to keep up money. You know what I mean? Or Bugatti. I'm changing the oil on the Bugatti, $20,000. I pop. The best I can do is buy me a Nissan and shut the fuck up. I'll switch it back to you.
Woo! Wow. Oh. All right. Wow. You have some good point, because you know it's so funny that you said it, because I was talking to Brother Bakari, and he said the exact same thing you said. It's not backed up by nothing. Basically everything that you said, Brother Bakari said the same thing. Cool Cutter. My next question I'm gonna ask you, do you have any like a rebuttal? Because he's saying that cryptocurrency is not worth nothing. It's not backed up by nothing. So is it worth investing into cryptocurrency, whether it's Dogecoin or Bitcoin or whatever? And if it is worth something, how is it worth something? Like, what is it backed up? Like, and is it something that, is it the new generation? Will cash will be eliminated? Is it the new future? What is your thoughts? Like, just addressing what Isaiah's saying. Is it a scam? Is it something that people want to make quick money and then bounce out, or is it backed up by resources? What is it? I think that people want to know, like, because I know you for it. So tell us your side, or what is your thoughts?
Let me say this first of all. It's just the same thing with science. Just because somebody's lack of understanding, like when I studied the biological theory of evolution, when I used to debate against I'm gonna have Enoch Legend, who used to be, he's an intellectual partner from Atlanta. He was like me, me. I'm a pseudo. I don't like pseudo. I don't give a damn where it come from. But then he's realized, like me, I'm wasting my damn time. I'm always going to, because I love studying science. What the hell's going on? What happened?
No, I was gonna say fuck Enoch Legend, because that motherfucker ain't got no scrap.
Yeah, he do. Okay, let me tell you one thing.
He ain't got shit on me.
All right, hold on.
He done talked all that shit, but his stock ain't nowhere near mine. All right, so I'm just letting you know. But when you get a chance. I'm sorry to interrupt you here, but when you get a chance,
it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I was just saying, like I said,
play that video of the guy who's talking about Bitcoin is a pyramid scam. You
exactly.
See.
Well, Brother Bakari said. Well, hold that thought. Brother Bakari said cryptocurrency is like religion. You have to believe. You have to believe And then he says,
What Brother Bakari says, that's what he says, and what have you and stuff. That's what he says.
wait. He said the only crypto that is backed is that Acoin is backed by some natural resources. That's what I just wanted to.
Like I said, y'all got every right to believe in what y'all said. I was there too. For 4 years, I was like that and what have you and stuff. I don't know where to start. Well, as far as a note, I think the note's supposed to come on. He and Isaiah talk, and Enoch Legend, who had what's his name, Kevin Coven, who's a big time creationalist on his show. He had what's his name? I forgot his damn name and what have you and stuff. And he was like me, always constant, because I always I'm a person that tries to strive on objectivity. You know, everybody knows I'm a secular person. I'm a humanist and what have you and stuff, because I used to be a former neurotic, complex pseudo, what have you and stuff. And I realized a lot of things that I was doing didn't do shit for me in my real life and what have you and stuff. So I started to dispel and look at my damn self and realize that I admit that I was wrong. So I look at my immediate self in reality, that what's going to do for me. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong to go out there and do for others and what have you. But first, before I can do for others, I do for me. And then I study, you know, when I got locked up and went to jail and all that kind of shit. And I got I got a tattoo right here that says, you know, I was in jail. And I realized that to get myself out of it, I have to realize that I was wrong about a lot of things. So what reliable merit or a technique and methodology that when I study things is to first start with myself and realize what is the best thing to do. And I utilize the scientific method. I'm not saying the scientific method is the lore, or because I know its limitations. Anybody that knows about the scientific is not saying that's the holy grail of knowing things, because there are some things that are arbitrary. There are things that are subjective. There's things what have you. The same way, like I said, I can't scientifically use science to raise my children or how to love somebody or anything like that. I have to rely on subjectivity and my personal thing. But there's some things that are definitive, like when I deal with my vehicle, my trucks, or like stocks and cryptocurrency, I have to deal with the technical things. And I learned with one thing to learn in the scientific thing, I can't eliminate my emotions, but I have to minimize my emotion, because my sentiments will thwart. It will hinder me, because I want that, because I don't understand it. And that's called suffering from personal incredulity. What Isaiah is doing, like I'm saying, is just the same way. He says, I quoted this. There are scientists that believe that the biological theory of evolution. You can look at Dr. Behe from Colorado. He's a biochemist and what have you. He says that the theory of biological evolution is wrong. Then you got another scientist and what have you and stuff that says that against the consensus, saying that the Big Bang is thing. We can point and find the flaws. And what we do is what we are. We gravitate because of our lack of understanding those kind of things. So we're more susceptible to those things. And like a vulture that comes from its horizon vertically, it will come and get us. You see what I'm saying? And when he talks about Ponzi scheme, I've broke it down. Ponzi scheme has nothing to do with cryptocurrency. It's named after an Italian guy back in the early 1920s. What Ponzi does, like Madoff over there in your state, brother Guy Nolly, what Ponzi's do, what they do is they say, give me money into my hedge fund or my institution. Give me money. The money you give to me, I promise you that in return, in a short period of time, you will get a large, extravagant amount of money or profit what you gave me. So if you say, give me $1,000, I promise you in 45 days, you will get $10,000. What Ponzi schemes do is they get the old investors, when they first initiate into the into the investment, and a con artist, what they would do in them 45 days, they try to gather as much people new people into the Ponzi scheme. And then when that old person who started on day one, they will get the people on day 44 who first put their money, and collectively they consolidate that money. Then they get the money, and then they give it to the people who invested in the first time and say, look, I told you, what have you. So most Ponzi schemes are what they call put sweep underneath the pull the rug under what have you. Isaiah, when he speaks about a pyramid scheme, as we all know what a pyramid is, you have an apex, you have the zenith, and then it goes down, it starts to descend, you see the base, and when you see the lower part of the echelon. A pyramid scheme is trying to bring more people in, and they get the lower people on the echelon to introduce more people. The more people you get in, then you get more referral money for it. Then they push it up to the person that's higher than they. Then that person does that, person does that, and then it finally, the profits gets to the person that's sitting on the capstone of that pyramid. Cryptocurrency is not this. Cryptocurrency is a new form of transaction. That's what it is. It's a form of digital. Right now, we're old. I said that yesterday when I wrote it, that I'm old. I'm not saying because you're old and nothing like that. I'm just saying this is a new thing. And what we saying, of course, we have fear and all this kind of stuff. And that's why it says the best remedy. And I learned that the best remedy is to set, like, I want to be educated about it. And I told you I was the same way. I was perplexed about cryptocurrency. I can understand genetics. I can understand the universe, mechanisms and all this, break shit down, psychology and all that. I could not understand crypto. I got videos with Isaiah. I could not understand stocks. It just blew me away. I thought stocks were just like, what? When Ono used to always break things, or he'll talk. And then he said, yeah, I'm about to get in my, you know what I used to do? Like I tell everybody, I used to say, man, I don't got time to listen to all that business, stocks and shit. And that's just bullshit. And there was another brother that I listened to and what have you. He talked intellectually. He said, well, I'm going to talk about cryptocurrency. I said, I ain't got time for that damn bullshit. But like I said, just like a lot of times, it's called circumstances. It's personal situations in my life that I'm stubborn. And it made me realize about these kind of things. What am I going to do for my future when I hurt my leg? And Isaiah is the one that introduced me to this. Not crypto, but investments. And it just all calm and jived in. So I said, I'm going to learn about stocks. It was stocks. And then I realized that stocks are synonymous and they parallel with each other. See what I'm saying? So I said, let me study. And I studied. Man, that's the reason why when I made a video a long time ago, I said, I'm tired of talking about pseudoism. I'm tired of talking about shit that ain't going to do nothing for me. It ain't going to do a damn thing. I'm not going to get no gratification or what have just talking about things. What can I do for my damn self? I've been on your show one time when I did. I know it's kind of different, but I said, focus on my damn self. Because we study in sociology and psychology. When you want to help everybody all the goddamn time, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a mental thing that it's called codependency. Codependency is when you try to help everybody, try to do that because you feel like it's a reflection that it might motherfucking come back and replicate back on you to enrich yourself. But the human spirit and the heart, we want to help. That's good. That should never be diminished. Follow what I'm saying? But you spoke about, hold on a second, how's Bitcoin? And he should know the reason why Isaiah is acting like that. He don't tell y'all and what have you and stuff. He talks shit about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, but he sure goddamn was trying to get on the cryptocurrency and asking about a goddamn app. Hey, how I can't get this. I can't get Save Move. I can't get this. I'm trying to get Save Move.
I'm going to explain.
No, I didn't interrupt. So nonetheless, you dealt with it. You dealt with it. So what it is just like I already know you. I don't want to throw ad hominems because I want to stay inside the rubric of the substance and what have you. I don't want to throw ad hominems to you, but and that's why I says, man, that's why you trapped on an island with Johnny Foreigner and you got to smell his smelly garlic. You see what I'm saying? What you saying? And Elon Musk and Michael Saylor and of MicroStrategy and Mark Cuban and all these other Jay-Z and all them stuff, and the person that started on Cash App, not Cash App, because that's Square. All these folks are stupid idiots, but you think I'm gonna listen to you. You just can't pull one or three persons, and that's what you want to do, because what it is just like I know about a lot of people, is because of your sentiments, your emotions, because you feel like because everybody's into it by default, all this bullshit and what have you. I keep trying to tell everybody the best antidote and the remedy for things and what have you is to educate yourself. In that video, my conclusion, when I learned about the 5 of the nation of God, I was going to say 5%, but they're nation gods of earth. Is like when they say the acronym of peace, the proper education always corrects errors. And I don't, like I said, it doesn't make no damn difference to me. It doesn't make nothing, what have you. It does for me. Now, but let me just say this. Now, like I said, Bitcoin, what it does and what have you stuff, it eliminates the third party. And that's what it does. And it reduces transaction fees and what have you and stuff. It's bona fide. It's real. I thought it was bullshit too. You know what I'm saying? How can I say it? Hold on. I wrote some things down and what have you and stuff. I'm gonna say, hold on a second. I wrote some things down. It is secured. Nobody, the government can't fuck with that damn shit. You know, I looked at Lord Jamal on Instagram 3 weeks ago and what have you and stuff. And I was like, damn, Lord Jamal from the Brand Nubians and what have you and stuff. I mean, he's one of my influences and what have you and stuff. I grew up on, even though despite I was from Oklahoma, my little brother, rest in peace, I've always digged the East Coast rap music, and I still do. You know what I'm saying? I love all music and what have you and stuff, all coast and what have you. And he was so, if they plug and what have you, everything has negativity to it. There's always a drawback to everything. Like I said, there's risk to everything. Like I said, I drive this vehicle and I have risk. I have risk. All right, hold on. I have risk. Hey, you know what? But I'm going to say this, though. Let me say this. I know Isaiah. And what Isaiah does is called, and I say this every damn time, it's called an act of contravention. And it's also being a quantarian. Isaiah, I know Isaiah, what he does, what is popular, he goes off. Hey, let me do the same thing. Hey, what he does, he goes off, and that's called being a quantarian. Because everybody does it by default because they do it. I don't like because everybody does it, so therefore it's fucked up and it's messed up. So I don't like to do that kind of stuff. I'm mad because everybody's doing it, and because what I do, nobody's paying attention to what I do. This is reality. This is a reality of our society, or our culture, and what have you and stuff. And this is the future. But it don't make no damn difference to me, because at the end of the day, I'm not saying you got a guy and Isaiah. At the end of the day, I'm doing what I'm doing, and I make money off of this kind of stuff, and this is for my future. And I realize when you make a goal for your future, a lot of people don't have a strategy. You could talk about what I'm going to do in the future, but what is the objective? What is the tactic? What is the strategy to make that happen? Like that one knucklehead wants to do that shit and what have you and stuff. That's like, damn, I want to go to Mars. But when Elon Musk did what he did, what did he do? He had to study. He had to gather experts. He had to gather people to make it a reality. And it was at a point where he was almost bankrupt. It was a day before that Tesla was going to be bankrupt. He kept on striving with his team, and he made it. And he's doing what he's doing. He started PayPal. You see what I'm saying? So this is the future. It doesn't make no difference what people believe. I don't care, because in the cryptocurrency and stocks, nobody's arguing about it. Like when I go on Reddit of 200 and sometimes a million, nobody's arguing. No, Isaiah is one of the few people that I know personally that argues the crypto. They're not arguing about cryptocurrency is fake. Everybody's talking. That's the reason why they gather and what have you and brought AMC up, because there's a community behind it. It defies the technicality. It defies the fundamental, just like Dogecoin. Dogecoin, the reason why, because there's a large mass. I'm going to be done in 1 minute. It defies that, what have you and stuff. It defies that. So I'm going to conclude in 1 minute on this one, what have you and stuff. Let me see one more, what have you. But the bottom line is this and what have you stuff. I don't care. I mean, I don't need no validation or what have you stuff. Like I said, when I walk outside and when I drive this truck, I risk. I'm gonna talk about the risk. I'm gonna talk about the risk when I get off. I mean, when you about the risk too. There's risk, pros and cons about everything. There's a risk when I drive this truck every goddamn day. You can walk out and you being in New York City, he ain't got no cars where he live at and what have you. They still driving goddamn teepees and shit and what have with their feet. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing. I shouldn't say that because there's a lot of black folks down there and whatever. I'm just talking shit and what have you and stuff. But I'll get more specific and what have you and stuff. I'm gonna talk briefly and what have you. But what Isaiah is basically doing, he's suffering what you call personal incredulity. It's the same thing when you want to study physics because I can't understand calculus because I don't understand it. That's my only evidence against it. And by showing 2 or 3 people and what have you and stuff, that does not discredit that cryptocurrency is wrong. And there's a lot of people that's like myself and what have you and stuff. You know, we're in it. And I used to be a person because of my ignorance and my stupidness and what have you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the proof is in the pudding. I can show my receipts and what that kind of stuff that I acquired and accumulated in 4 or 5 months and what have you stuff. Thank you, guys, for talking too damn much. Go ahead, bro.
So to my understanding, cryptocurrency is basically make transaction easier. It's not really a something tangible or something. It's not like the dollar how it used to be, where the dollar used to be a certificate, where if you wanted to, it would say it's a certificate in silver, a certificate in gold back in the day, where you could change that dollar into gold or to exchange it for gold, or depends on what the dollar is saying, right? So to my understanding, it's just make, like you said, just cut out the third party. It's not really currency. It's just make transaction easier. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm hearing it. Maybe I'm just hearing it differently.
You good, bro? I mean, the difference between cryptocurrency and from traditional currency, there, bro. As we already know, the U.S. dollar relies on the government institution, the EA, you know, like the Congress and the Federal Reserve and the U.S. Treasury. Cryptocurrency, I know what I was saying, the benefits of it, you know, I was talking about when I was talking about transact. Those are just one of the benefits. That's not the bulk of it. Cryptocurrency is most beholden by the code, the protocol. What it the means of, you know, how can I say it? It goes by the means based on the parameters. Like for instance, if we understand economics and you're educated and what have you stuff, we understand supply and demand, right? Just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin, when Satoshi, who was a genius and what have you and stuff, when he created it and what have you and stuff, and he just disappeared and what have you and stuff, he only made a limit of only 21 million Bitcoins that will ever exist. So when Bitcoin first came out, you could have had 1,000 Bitcoins you could have bought for 100. So it was slow. Nobody got it. As more people started learning about it and people start to buy it, as we know in economics, called scarcity, just like diamond and gold. We put something on it because of it's the lack of the abundance of it, but the demand of it. So when there was only 21 million, how can I say it, Bitcoin, as more people buy it and what have you stuff, so it starts to deplete the supply of the total limited amount of Bitcoin, so the value goes up. This, like I was trying to tell you, is what happened when you hear coins. You're thinking about, not you, but in general, you're thinking about coins. Like I put Thomas Jefferson, Abraham. You're thinking about coins. This is within the digital thing, and the money you put into it is it's inside of a network. You follow what I'm saying?
Okay. Right.
It's in a network that it's validated. Nobody can get into my money. Now, of course, they blow up the whole goddamn internet. They're going to fuck everybody, including the government. You see what they did? Yeah, so there's pros and cons. I'm not trying to say this is immaculate. You know what I'm saying? It's not immaculate, but I do believe this is the future and what have you. You know, because back then the fire was the first form of technology. You know, I
Right.
mean, one of the I shouldn't say the first technology. And you see how fire did for us and what have you. It's just what I believe. That's what we're seeing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's why the younger generation accepted us, my age and what have you and stuff. You know, that it's just innate for us to act like that. But like I said, this is not something I tell people that you need to do. That's just something whether, you know, you ain't got to, it's not imperative for you to get in the stocks. But I
Right.
found
Right.
that cryptocurrency is similar to that parallels and it's analogous to stocks. If you understood stock, I mean, I'm not saying you don't, but if you understand how what raises stocks up and what have you, it's almost synonymous the same way how cryptocurrency. I mean, there are some differences, but there's a unique similarity in how the price of a cryptocurrency go up. Go
Okay.
ahead, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm here. Listen to. Let me pass the mic to Isaiah. So Isaiah, do you agree with Gary? I mean, I'm sorry, Cool Cutter. Um, do you agree with as far as it's just a it's just a transaction, nothing more? Like, what are your thoughts on what Cool Cutter has said so far?
Yeah, of course, it's a transaction. Just like I can make a book with two sides of the book, one debit, one credit. Anybody can do that, but what does that mean? Does it give it credibility? Does it give it legality? Does it give it, any, you know, oomph of value? Hell, motherfucker, no, it doesn't. It's
Mm.
surrounded by a bunch of bullshit. Like I've always said, the next fool that comes along buys it. I don't give a damn if it's a Gucci purse, a Louis Vuitton purse, $60,000, a piece of real estate. If you bought one for $300,000, 10 years ago, now it's worth $3 million because the area is going up. Bullshit. You know what I mean? It's only worth what the next fool is willing to pay for. You know what I mean? So it's like anything else. And in terms of the dollar, and you were right. It used to be backed by gold and silver and had gold certificate and silver certificate. But what happened? We went from a republic of the United States of America to the corporate. And that's where the distinction comes in. It had nothing to do with the devaluation of the dollar. It had everything to do with the so-called elite that it controlling the Federal Reserve, which is not part of any government in the world. But now the Federal Reserve of the United States Republic is part of the government now. It's not a separate entity. We have $34 quadrillion in our tank, in our reserve. So now there's this whole world is changing. It is right before our eyes. And whether people want to believe it or not, know it or not, accept it or not, Trump is still our fucking president. He's the 19th president of the U.S. Republic. That's another shit. You know what I mean? Just like a lot of people saying, I'm not trying to get off the subject. Well, he won the election. Biden, no, how the fuck did he do? He got, listen to what I'm saying. I don't want to get off the subject, but this is just my point, which is a very valid point. He won 480 fucking county, 84 million votes. Nigga, are you stupid? And wait a minute, Trump won 2,200 county and 74 million votes. But this is the kicker. How in the fuck does Obama win 900 counties and 64 fucking million votes, but Biden wins damn near half of that and 84 million votes? Get the fuck out of here. Somebody cheating. But then again, if you listen to some other dumb dickhead motherfuckers trying to tell you something different, they're gonna come up with some kind of extremist tinfoil hat bullshit. And motherfucking well, they bitch ass senile motherfucker didn't win. How in the fuck do you get 84 million goddamn votes from 480 counties? It is not possible. But in regard to Bitcoin or Bitcoins, I would like to call it, it has no fuck. I don't give a damn if Jesus was the motherfucking head of the ledger and Moses was checking the bit. You know what they say? Jesus saved, but Moses embarrassed. You know what I mean? So I don't give a damn what kind of ledger they got, what kind of, what I mean? It's just bullshit. And if you play that video that I sent you, guy, you will see what this guy talking about, man. The Bitcoin is over with. Ain't no motherfucking money being made now, y'all. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna go to no $320,000.
He's just jealous.
You know what I mean? It's just some
jealous.
Bullshit. But then,
jealous.
I'm just me. Oh,
You're jealous.
I'm just me. Yeah, that's mine. But I'm
mad.
Just me. Just me. And if
jealous.
I'm mad, then I'm mad to make sure that everybody who's
listening
to me on my Facebook
jealous
page,
is relative to mad. I mean, being mad.
If they didn't listen, they
jealous.
make $40 for every dollar they put in.
You jealous.
So yeah, I'm mad and I'm jealous. Right?
You're jealous.
But motherfucker,
not at me.
Like
You're not at me.
No, you're my boy, man. But I'm talking about all these dumb motherfuckers talking all that shit.
Yeah.
Y'all my boys.
You know, like I always try to tell everybody, like I told you that Trump was going to lose.
What?
I listened to the man.
Red, then explain to me how in the fuck you did get 84 million votes out of 480 counties.
I'm not getting it. We can talk about that.
Because you know you lost that bet.
You need to pay me my money too, my $1,300.
You lost that bet, player.
Yeah, Brother Bakar heard you say it.
You lost that bet.
If Trump lose, you're going to pay me $1,300.
I will pay you right now.
Like I said in that old video, don't get mad or prove your argument.
I would pay you right now if you can just show me how you got 84 million votes out of 480 counties. Explain that shit. You coming all the way around the bend and you ain't said shit yet. You
know what they always say in the singular theory and what have you stuff?
No. Explain to me how
when there's a good way and when you have the choice to explain things in a good way or the noisy way,
he can't
you use the noisy way because you know the good way is not an easier way for you. That's why I always say, I know I'm your boy. You ain't got to keep saying that. You're the one that's flustered.
You're the referee. Tell him to explain to me and to you.
We'll talk about that some other time, man. We'll talk about that sometime. We'll talk about that some other time.
Ask him right now.
Matter of fact, there's no need for us to talk about it. Me and you've already talked about it. Let's talk about cryptocurrency. Let's talk about cryptocurrency.
Yeah, let's stick to the subject. Let's stick to the subject.
All right. We'll stick to the subject. So, I'm getting my time.
Go ahead, Isaiah. Go ahead. Yeah, I see him. Yeah. Go ahead, Isaiah.
No, but
go ahead.
Yeah, but but when it comes to Bitcoin, just like any other investment, I don't even know how it got started. You know what I mean? But it's been around.
I'm sorry, I didn't cut you. But it's been around since. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I'm sorry. But I wanted to address what Cutter was talking about. That I was getting into it. Yes, that is true. I'm not going to lie. But what currency was it? It was the currency, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency that China was about to come out with. I investigated. It sounded good. It sounded like China was going to back it up. Yeah, all right. Well, somebody's backing it up. You know what I mean? But when I tried to buy it, the U.S. government wouldn't allow me to use my credit card. I couldn't do it. And I said, well, fuck that shit, then. I'm out the game. I ain't going to never fuck it.
Can't buy SafeMoon. Because you already told me because of your damn your debit card. You can't buy no crypto. Tell everybody you can't buy crypto.
I can't buy it because the U.S. government not allowing me to use the credit card.
Thank you. So therefore you're jealous. You're mad. So you do what you always do, just like politicians. You call what they call double negative. You come with a negative campaign and what have you stuff, and you come out there and launch them about just like this is the same, all pseudos do. They do the same thing. That's pseudo. Intelligent design, same thing. They got so much shit to say bad about it. They won't talk about their own position and what have you.
Divert the conversation into something that don't even matter. There's nothing pseudo about
that's you talking about 40 million, 80 million things, but I'm gonna be quiet though, man. I'll go on the tear. I'll go on a tear on your ass and what happened on this show. But you know what I'm doing? I'm keeping my composure, my courtesy, and respect the goddamn guy in Hollywood. So how about that? I'm being quiet. You just been doing what you always do.
Or put it in that crack bag.
You always do what you always do. Stuck it on bone, thinking it's steak. You thought you fart, you end up shitting. That's what you always do. But I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let God do His thing. Cause he asked questions and what have you, and you didn't even explain shit.
I did explain.
Oh,
Yeah, they,
you were crying. That's what you're doing. You're bickering and all that kind of stuff. Why everybody? And it's not something. That's not something that everybody has to do. Nobody has to invest in stocks. Nobody has to invest in crypto. You don't have to. Damn, I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about people that's interested in investment. It's not nothing like I need air or something like that. Damn, I'm not gonna bullshit you or nothing like that and what have you and stuff. There's a lot of people that come to me every day asking me about crypto. And then one of my buddies, he was like, "Oh, saying the same shit." I'm not conning nobody. I'm not. If it was a con, if I had any inclination, this shit was bullshit. I won't say shit. I mean, I won't even get involved with it first, and I damn sure won't get nobody. It's a strategy. It's not a lottery ticket. People try to get
it's a
rich and they
lottery
expect
ticket,
money.
man. It's a
They
lottery
try to.
ticket.
No, it's not. No, a
Yeah,
lottery is the Ponzi scheme. Is a lottery Ponzi scheme is legitimate. You put money in a pot, hopefully randomly, over some quantum, not algorithm or what have you, but the
the
odds
lottery
against you
is
because
a
you got to.
scam. The lottery is a scam.
They've been doing scam and where brother God in Hollywood goes and what have you. It's a scam in some way, but it's the participation of people who are hoping because
There
they
you
used to do that in
go. There
Harlem
you
where
go.
God in Hollywood lived at.
Now apply that to the same thing about crypto. It's the same shit. You hoping
No,
that
no, it's legit. Crypto is established and it's legit, man. Like I said, why the hell I'm gonna listen to you when Elon Musk and Michael Saylor and what's her name, Wendy Woods of Ark Covenant Institution and what have you?
you
Why
ain't
is
gotta
all these
listen to
people
me.
like? Why would if they
I'm
knew it
just
was a scam?
Isaiah
Why would they put the millions and millions of dollars in that?
because they dumb.
Well,
Shit.
why would I believe you when you've been wrong about more
I
than
ain't been wrong about one
9 million
stock.
shit that you just said?
I ain't
A
been
lot of things
wrong
you
about
said has
one
been
stock
bullshit.
that has
But
been
I
wrong.
gotta be cool. I gotta be cool because let's
No, come
let
on.
God
Come on. Come
let
on.
God do his thing,
No, no,
man.
no, no,
He
no, no,
wants
no.
to know about crypto,
Come
and his
on.
audience want to
Come
know
on.
about it. I'm not here to prove it to nobody. I just want to
Hey,
share about it. I'm not here to prove it, whatever. If they have any
Red.
things about it, what have you, then I would do my best. I'm
Buy
not here to convince
LVGI,
nobody.
player. Buy LVGI. That's all I got to say. It's a lot safer. You're gonna make a lot more money with LVGI over the long term. That's it. If you fuck around and put your money in Dogcoin or SafeMoon or BitMoon or BitAss, I don't know for what name of the coin, more than likely you're gonna lose. This is just me.
So
I
so
am
the
a
I'm
I
sorry.
am a no. Let's gonna look what kind of
Yeah,
investor
yeah,
I
I'm
am.
sorry. Go
I
ahead, go
am
ahead.
a conservative investor.
Mhm.
Time proves all things. I am a turtle. I grow my money over time. I ain't trying to get rich overnight, over a week, or 1 month. There have been some stocks that have gone up in like 2, 3 months to hit the price that I was looking for. And that's fine. But I'm a long-term holder. I look for value in companies that or stocks that have been oversold. I remember I didn't see it, but this is the prime example. Six Flags was going for like $75. It went all the way down to $1. Within 6 months to 8 months thereafter, it went back up to $70. Why? Because people oversold it, and it was a great opportunity to buy, and you made money. Now, what I can tell you from my own personal experience, which I have dedicated my life to never ever do again, because I was young at that time, I had an opportunity to buy Netflix when it was 5 cents, 10 cents a share. It went all the way up to $700. But what kept me from buying it was the fact that everybody was going into block. Everybody was going to block. Everybody was going to block. I couldn't see the business model. They would send you the CD, the movie, and then you would send it back like, what kind of people are going to steal that? No, this company ain't going to make it. It did make it. It changed the whole concept. So it was a game changer. And so what I'm looking at for LVGI, it is the game changer of its market. Not only it is the holding company of three different subsidiaries, Keto Sport, the TPA for healthcare, and the CBD, the cannabis industry. They're about to kick ass and take name and be the primary companies of those particular industries. They're going to be the IBM of those industries. So I am saying LVGI within this decade to be the Netflix of this decade. And I rest my case. I shoot it back to you.
So, to my understanding, and I'm just going to go back a little bit. Cryptocurrency is not actual currency. It's basically a virtual transaction, and it's something that you can buy a coin. It's like a token or something like that, but you could cash it, right? So, but it's funny. Like, let me ask you a question, Isaiah. I know a lot of banks is investing into this cryptocurrency. Like Fidelity is invested in it. Like, how do you?
First I've heard. That's the first I've heard. So hold on.
Right.
Keep on talking. I'm gonna Google.
Right. So you got Fidelity, you got HSBC Bank, and all these other banks are invested in. I want to know how you feel about what these banks are investing in this cryptocurrency. Like, what is your thoughts on that? All these companies are investing in it and putting billions of dollars in this. So
I got it. Go ahead.
If you feel if it's you would say Bitcoin, or why is all these companies investing in billions and billions of dollars in this cryptocurrency? Why is this is this such a big deal? What's going on with that?
Destroy and put antennas in people's eyebrows and eyelashes to control them like a remote control, and get this and all that kind of stuff. That's what having and stuff. That's what they're trying to do.
Okay, but before I get to you, Cutter, I want to hear Isaiah if he can answer that real quick.
Yeah, I'm just pulling it up right now. It says that Fidelity Investment is preparing to launch its own Bitcoin. It is not buying into Bitcoin. It is not buying into Dogecoin. It is not buying into SafeMoon. It is coming out with its own coin based on and backed by its own investments.
Okay.
So that's a whole another strategy that they are using to make sure that whatever they do come out, and you're talking about a mutual fund or a company like Fidelity, you got over $1 trillion in investment.
Mm-hmm.
Over $1 trillion fucking dollars.
That's right. Yeah.
I've been with them for like 30 years or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm only going by what I'm seeing right now. But if it's coming out with its own Bitcoin, crypto, then yeah, I might do that. Yeah, this is the first time I'm saying it, so I might do it. I might. But due to the fact, no,
I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Cutter shaking his head.
Yeah, but if Fidelity with $1 trillion under management is coming out with its own coin,
that is interesting.
Then I would have some faith in it. You know what I mean? They're just not going to be coming out with a coin with nothing behind it. So what scares me is that it has something behind it. You know what I mean? With a mutual fund and an investment under management, $1 trillion+. I think Fidelity know what the fuck they doing. You know what I mean? And I would feel safe. If I pass tomorrow, that my kids and our family is very well taken care of, and they can't touch it unless they get like 10% a year. So,
that is interesting.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But like I said, I don't know too much about Fidelity and Bitcoin, but I'm gonna definitely call them come Monday.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that too, because I thought you was familiar with it, but definitely.
Well, let me read this to you.
Go ahead.
Since 2018, Fidelity has held cryptocurrency for professional investors.
Nah, they're not making a new Bitcoin. He's telling you bullshit.
No, I'm reading it right from here.
No. What they're doing is, because you got to understand. Okay, Your stock of LVG is an OTC stock. It's not a common stock. It is
It
an
is a common stock,
OTC.
fool. What are you
No,
talking
no, no,
about?
go. Everybody, go Google and put LVGI. It says OTC, over the counter. That means it's
You
not
know
on the
what over the
Nasdaq.
counter is? You know what over the
It's
counter is?
you can't buy your stock that you're
Dude,
telling
man,
everybody
dude, the
that
NASDAQ is the over the counter market. You
go
got the New York
everybody go.
Stock, and
You
listen what the fuck
cannot
I'm telling you.
buy
You got the New York Stock
LVG
Exchange, you
on
got the American Stock Exchange, you got the
you.
NASDAQ
You
over the counter.
cannot
Another name
buy
for
LV.
motherfucker, another name for
Isaiah, be
over the
honest.
counter is the
Isaiah,
NASDAQ.
calm down.
The
Can you
other,
buy
the
LVG
other
on
name
Can you buy LVG on
on the
Robinhood or
NASDAQ.
Webull?
I don't know
Can
about that.
yes or
All I
no?
know is you can buy it with Fidelity.
Okay,
It is a
Fidelity.
stock that is on
Fidelity has
NASDAQ.
always been like that. You can buy Castle Maritime, which is it's called penny stocks. It's a
And,
penny stock.
and
That stock has been like that for 8 years. Under 8. Matter of fact, it's the reverse. When you look at it's an OTC stock. That's all I got to tell you. Now, when you're
OTC
talking about
doesn't mean it's
hold
bullshit.
on. When you're talking about Fidelity, you got to understand, not the common stock.
Microsoft
Like
is
when you,
on the NASDAQ over the
hold
counter
on.
market.
It's not over the stock. Come on,
Yeah,
y'all.
it is.
Everybody,
Yeah, it is.
anybody that's listening that knows about stock, you can tell this dude's
None
fumbling.
of these motherfuckers
Now,
that you know about shit.
and you don't even know about
I'm telling
crypto.
you.
You don't even know
telling you
about
that
crypto.
the over the counter market is the NASDAQ.
Type in NASDAQ of LVG and find that LVG's on anything, whether it's on the Dow Jones or the New York
It's
Stock
not going to
Exchange.
be on the
You
Dow
won't find
Jones
it.
because it's not an
It won't be
industrial
on the
stock.
NASDAQ. It's when you go look when
The
you
Dow
don't have
Jones
to
consists of 30
everybody.
companies, which
If you
is
put
a barometer of the market.
If
That's
you
all
put
it is.
LVGI up, you'll see OTC. It's abbreviation. It means over the. It's not a common
It is a common. You know what a common
like
stock is?
Tesla,
You know what a common
AMC,
stock is?
Amazon.
It is a common stock. You don't even know what the hell a
Anybody
common stock
you can
is.
Google it. You can Google it. Now, what Fidelity is doing, okay, you have to understand index funds. That's not a common stock. It's a mutual stock. Those are long term, what have you, that you hold for a long time. And what it is those stocks are what you got a bucket. You got Amazon in there, you got Tesla, Neo, all kind of things. And what they do is you invest in those. That's a mutual ETF stock. What they're saying, they're not trying to create another big currency. What Fidelity is seeing is the validity of Bitcoin. So now they're adding Bitcoin to their ETF. Now, there's different times, the Vanguard, the index, the medium, behavioral, all kind. There's a lot of index mutual. This is not common stocks now. And what they're doing now, they're including Bitcoin because now they're observing the performance of Bitcoin and they're adding it to a mutual ETF stock. Isaiah, inadvertently, unbeknownst to him, he's saying they're creating a new currency. They're not cryptocurrency. They're not creating another cryptocurrency. Look it up. Google everything I say. Set aside your emotions and people's ignorance and your personal incredulity, because I was just like you, with having stuff. Look it up. I would not be out here being preoccupied telling shit that I know is a fucking scam. Because if I was a goddamn scam, I want everybody to come and whip my ass and give me $1 million ass whipping. I got people that know me personally. But what people are doing, they want quick money and quick this and quick that. And this is going to change. This is something that you can do. The 401k, ain't no the employee going to say you got to have a 401k. That's just an additive that you can add in your life. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong. Don't tag it and say, oh, it's bullshit and all that other bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Damn, it's just another leverage in your life that you choose. If you don't like it, so be it. But don't go out there because you don't know about it. If I ask you, what the fuck is cryptocurrency? Just like Isaiah, he don't know what the fuck cryptocurrency is.
I do know what it is.
No, you don't, because if you do, you suffer from. No, you don't. What you do is like you always do everything. If you're a quantarian, psychological term of quantarian. If it's popular, I go against. You're just mad because people are paying attention to it, and you're mad.
But when they ass get burnt, they're gonna come back to me and say, "Damn, I should do this."
No, what you're gonna say is that like I
take
said,
my word for it.
nobody's
Let's compare
listening to you.
LVGI by the end of the year with Dogecoin. We're going to see the fucking difference. All right?
God, now if you give a chance, write in your notes. Like I got my notepad right here.
Yeah,
Write in your notes LVGS stock. When you get off and when like a day or a week
do
or
that
whatever,
now. Do it right now.
research LVGI. He's gonna. That's the reason why he was on my show when I was doing my show. There was a dude that made $65,000 off of Dogecoin. Another brother made 35. I made 48,000. I should say off of Dogecoin.
Did you cash out? Did you cash out?
No, I did not. I'm a hodler. I'm not a day trader and I'm not a swing trader. I'm a long-term investor.
Long-term.
I'm not a day trader, bro.
That's a sucker investor.
Listen, and you just mad because you smelling Johnny Foreigner on the island selling this smelly mark, whatever. But I'm off the mic because the guy got a show and he got something he got to do, and let him do it. Because I'm not gonna be just diverted by you. And on my show, I bang on your ass.
So Isaiah, read what Fidelity. Read what you finish reading what Fidelity has said.
Yeah, I just hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go back.
I'm a little interested in what they say.
Yeah,
because that's what you said was very interesting. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let me go back to it. Right. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's coming up right now.
Because I was surprised you said that you were investing in their coin.
No. I'm not an investor in their coin.
No, yeah. But
I might look into it.
Yeah, right. Okay.
On Monday.
Gotcha.
We see what the what is. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But like I said, they got $1 trillion under management. They're not a bullshit company.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've been with them for over 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So close to 30. And I got my credit card with them. I don't need no other credit card. It's like a black card.
Oh wow!
I'm not trying to throw light, on anything. But I'm just very happy with my current position. I mean, but the thing is that when I look into a particular investment, I want to make sure that the foundation is there.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't make all this motherfucking money just to fuck it off.
Yeah.
I take 10% of what I have, the value of what I got, and invest that. My current position with LVGI only took 1% of that, which is $10,000. I bought 400,000 shares of it. What I am trying to get people to see that the number of shares you have will equal the amount of money you make every time it goes up $1. So if you got 10,000 shares of LVGI, every time it goes up $1, you make $10,000 out there. You got 100,000 shares, every time it goes up $1, you make $100,000. You got 400,000 shares like I got. Every time it goes up $1, that's $400,000 you done made. So if it goes up to $1, I can get out at $1. I told Gary my set point is $3 to $5. That's 1.2 to $2 million. $3 multiplied by 400,000, $1.2 million. $5 to $2 million. Now, depending on how I feel, I can get out at 400,000 when it goes to $1. You know what I mean? So I took my $10,000 and made another $390,000. How many people can say that? And that is going to be the actual fact by the end of the year. It'll be between $3 to $5 by the end of the year. Or at the very least, $1. You know what I'm saying? So my little investment of 10 grand is going to really grow. And this is what I want people to be able to see, that you don't need a lot of money, especially at this point. It's like getting in on Netflix at 5 to 10 cents a share when they were just starting out. This company just starting out. It has 3 subsidiaries that's making fucking money. OTC on Twitter is now following it. There's nobody that's really, there's no stock followers, like a big stock, I forget what you call it, but they're the ones who follow stock and recommend it. They're not really, they don't really have anybody follow. Now they do. So when the word gets out on the street, like, hey, like OTC did, this company got value out. 3 companies that's making money with LVGI is way undervalued. And it worth more than 5 cents a share. It's worth about 75 cents. if not more. And the more the subsidiaries earn money, and the more other similar companies that they're going to be buying coming into the fold of LVGI, under the hood of LVGI, it's just going to give it more value. So
Mm,
this is the reason why I say that if you can get in now, you can get like 20 shares for every dollar.
okay.
Why would you wait for it to get to 50 cents or a dollar? And now you only getting one for one. Get
Mm-hmm.
in now, and every $100 is like 2,000 shares. That's not bad.
That's not bad at
So if
all.
you, yeah, so if you got $500, that'll be 500 times 10 cents. That's 10,000 shares. That's pretty
Mm,
good. So if you got $1,000, you can get 20,000 shares. That's pretty good.
that's
You know
real
what I
good.
mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
now you are leveraging, like I was telling Gary, you are leveraging your possibilities. But if you're just sitting back waiting for it to start to go up, you might be a day late and a dollar short.
Yeah,
So this
yeah,
is the
that's
reason
true.
why I'm saying that it's best to get in early, let
Right.
all the naysayers and all the bullshit players play themselves to the to
I,
the to the to the utter destruction. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because now they
I'll
got it.
definitely. No,
Yeah. So that
I'm just gonna agree with you, Sam. Like I'm definitely gonna invest in that.
right.
Um,
So
but yeah, but read with fidelity because I'm a little interested in
yeah.
what you got.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. What you get your? I put in Google.
Okay,
Fidelity is investing in crypto. You can pretty much read it for yourself.
okay.
That's the leading title. Fidelity is investing in crypto, and it says Fidelity Investment is preparing to launch its own Bitcoin fund as the
Mm,
investment giant works to cement its clout in the market for digital assets. So, like I said, I'm not going to take their word for it. I'm going to always do my due diligence and find it's called Fidelity Funds Management, a subsidiary of Fidelity that is it plans to provide financial backing for an ETF called the Wise Origin Bitcoin Trust. So, do I trust Fidelity? Yeah, but I ain't gonna
ooh.
put all my motherfucking money in that.
I'm gonna be
You know?
honest with you. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna be
Yeah, yeah,
honest with
yeah,
you. I like that. If
yeah,
Fidelity
yeah. I
got
like
his
it too.
own coin, own
Right.
Bitcoin, yeah, I invested that too. What do you
Yeah.
think, Cutter?
Whoa. When they're when what Fidelity, they're not creating a big currency. All right, they're not making a peer review. They're not or a white paper. When they say they're creating an ETF fund,
Mhm.
they're creating a fund, a ETF fund
Mm,
that they're. This is the fund for potential investors, 401k, Roth IRA, and potential investors in the future. They look at the one that they said with Bitcoin. You have mutual funds
mhm,
are it's like a pie. 15 what they have Amazon. It's like a bucket. Like I said, you drop Amazon in there. You add Disney into it. You add what have you, and that's the way. You see what I'm saying? And then they put Bitcoin into it too. It's not saying that they're created. It does not say they're creating a cryptocurrency. What they're doing is they're adding inside. How can I say a kaleidoscope of a fund. They're creating a fund that comprises of KFC, Amazon, like I just said, and what have you and stuff. And that's what ETFs. I mean, a lot of mutual fund index funds are. They're just little small portions of that of a total pie has different companies in it, so that way it can diversify and it can these companies more than likely are going to do good, so therefore it can and including Bitcoin on the performance on Bitcoin, and then when you consolidate it as one apple or one pie, then it increases the performance annually, quarterly. You see what I'm saying? Or 5 years. They're not creating a cryptocurrency. In
mm.
Isaiah, and I'm saying not go on them or what have you, but he's giving the implication that's what they're doing. They're not doing that. They're
Oh,
adding a
okay.
part of a mutual fund.
Gotcha.
You see, because you got index funds on your 401k that wants to deal with development. So they add this construction company, that construction, and that construction, and they put it all in one bucket. And then with all the interplay of that composite or a compilation of all these different companies, it should increase that inside that one mutual fund to increase profit. That's what they're saying in Fidelity. That just went off the top of my head about what they're saying about. They're not creating another Bitcoin. They're not. They're not in the business. Fidelity is what they do, and I like Fidelity. Matter of fact, Isaiah is the one. That's the first one that I open up. But I got the card. I was up there showing my card to Isaiah. Isaiah said, "You ain't got this motherfucking shit." He has a black card. I ain't on his level. So I give salute to him and what have you and stuff about that. And what I give salute when, I'm always, he's my partner, he's my friend, regardless of what we disagree. I mean, we're showing proof that this motherfucker right here fundamentally is off the spectrum with me. He is an ultra pseudoism. If that, I'm not going to say his name, but if that motherfucker that you, Guy Nala would be talking about, you are.
Who that?
If he was pseudoism, he'd be Isaiah.
Who that?
I'm not gonna say because I don't try to get in there. That's between Isaiah and whatever and stuff. But both y'all bald headed too. Y'all look like each other. He just more filled out, and he got that. I want to talk shit about that dude because he made a video about me. Somebody said, "Hey man, that dude made a video about." I said, "What?" I don't give a damn about that damn shit. I let God deal with that damn shit. What happened?
You talking about Talik?
I ain't gonna talk about that dude, man.
Well, y'all gonna spill the beans.
You did. But if you was, he's on the side of delusion of the social within our modern whatever. You on the other side, you're just equivalent. If not, you're more than he is on understanding cryptocurrency and pseudoism. How about that?
Who you talking about? That's
float your boat with that.
Now you done picked my interest. So you need to shut the fuck up.
He done cut your ass out a long damn time ago too. But go ahead, guy. Come on with the questions though, man. If I don't know, I would go research and I will come back. Even with Isaiah and what have you. What about cryptocurrency? What's the things that you don't understand or something like that, or you might have prevailing misconceptions about it and what have you stuff? What about it? What's going on, guy?
Well, I think with me it's just more like, people want to know, it's just this back and forth. If this is a good investment. I hear mixed opinions about it. But I think y'all pretty much sum it up because it is like a lottery. It's like, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. It's like gambling. You know what I mean? What is the difference? What is the? I mean, as far as these like the Dogecoin, Bitcoin, like, is there different type of coins? Is it and which coin, and I would say which coin is doing good? Which coin is doing bad? What have you invested into, and have you benefited from whatever coin that you have you invested? Starting with you, I'll go with you, Cutter. Like, what is your how have you benefited of these coins, or and which coin is doing good, which coin is doing bad?
Like I said, the OG of all of them is Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the basic and what have you. Like I said, I gave you a thing about what Satoshi was actually designed. He wanted to get rid of the banks and institutions, agencies, and all that kind of stuff. And if I want to make a transaction with you, I don't need no motherfucking Coinbase. Cash App or nothing like that. And they take a piece out of that damn thing.
Yeah, so get rid of the middleman. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what it did and what have you and stuff. Like I said, if I want to send money to Isaiah or you and what have you, as long as you're provided with the address, it's a long motherfucking address. You copy it. You say, "Hey, Cutter," you text it or whatever means that or apparatus you're using. You'll send it to me. Say, "Hey, man, where's my goddamn crypto ducats? All right, I got you, man. I get it. I get your info, whatever that nobody has. And then I say, here's this transaction of value. That's what it is. It's a deposit. Bitcoin right now, it's a deposit of value. It's money. It is really like right now. I keep telling everybody, there's trillions and this country is trillions and trillions worth of money, right? Only 7%. 7%. If you get all the money and collect all the coins, pennies, and dimes, and we get it all together, just hypothetically, and we pile it up, that money will only represent, look it up, everything I'm looking up. It will only represent 7 to 9% of the actual money. I mean, what the value it is. So the money that you're doing, banks operate before Bitcoin off of digital anyways. They're doing it anyways. Digital, you know what I'm saying? But all this thing is a consensus of a transaction and what have you, and it gives the integrity. Rich people, poor people, you're going to start seeing people in India and people in Africa. They already did it in Ethiopia. They're doing it in Ethiopia with Cardano. They're doing it, that rich people, because the bank's been fucking, and the government been screwing people for years. And Satoshi came with that vision. And he came with that. And it's a revolutionary thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as there's a lot of cryptocurrency, when you understand scalability, I'm mispronounced. Utilization, there's a lot of things. All cryptocurrencies have different things and what have you. Some of them are still the same. Bitcoin is good for, it's like, that's why that's referred as digital gold, because you invest in it and you just hold it, because cryptocurrency is projected to go to $100,000. Okay. Isaiah thinks what he does behind with a keyboard, karate, Roman noodle, just add water, Scott. He thinks that he thinks what he's doing is on Skynet News, and they're listening to him. That's why he's on Facebook. Boy, everybody listen.
I don't want nobody to listen to me. If you don't want to listen to me, don't.
No. That's what you think, and you think you're gonna upsert. Nobody paying attention. Nobody. I'm not trying to dish you like this, but that's wrong with a lot of folk. Nobody paying attention to you though, bro.
Well,
and you're
good.
not. You
That's
can't.
good.
Exactly. No, you say it's good, but you want people to listen to you.
I don't
You think you're gonna shock the world? But I mean, let me get to this. Cryptocurrency is regarded as digital gold.
I don't give a fuck about them.
Isaiah. All right. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I'm rich,
yeah,
bitch.
you do. Yeah, you do. But it's not a thing. The second one that came out, the second generation, what you call Ethereum. I know you heard of what Ethereum is. God in Hollywood. Ethereum. You ever heard of? Oh wow. Ethereum is the second. Bitcoin is the first generation. Then you got Ethereum, because Ethereum learns off the lesson off of Bitcoin, where they enhance, and that's called what you call digital fuel, digital currency. And then the third generation, which I'm heavily invested in, is called Cardano, because it calls the proof of stake, and it's a utilization that a lot of people all over the world, and the scalability. What I mean by scalability, if you have a phone and you're on the internet and you can't goddamn, like Robinhood, StreamYard. StreamYard has a scalability where it can be used on, when it first came out, you can only use Google or whatever that damn thing, right? You couldn't use Firefox. You couldn't use Windows operation at first. When you had StreamYard, you had to use that Google browser. Now it opened up the door and the scalability. The same thing with these currency. There's going to be a time, they're already doing it and what have you, stuff where you can purchase commodities. You can purchase a car. You can do those kind of things. And this, you know what I'm saying? So all these cryptocurrencies have similar, a lot of them are similar in what their usage is, but then there's some other ones that are different, on their purpose. You see what I'm saying? But Cardano is what I'm heavily invested in, because I think Cardano is going to resolve a lot of the, just like all things. The Model T first came out, and then it started to advance. Like Bitcoin is the Model T of the cars. And as everything does, it starts with simplicity, and then people learn from the simplicity, and then it evolves and it transpires and it starts to develop because people learn off of those kind of things. Just like me as a super rookie when I was a truck driver. Now I look back to where I was when I started. I evolved by interacting and connecting with people and all that kind of stuff, like and I evolved, and through experience, I grew. And the same thing with cryptocurrency is doing. But you're going to mark my words, you're going to see how cryptocurrency is going to be interplayed. But if you focus on the negativity too much, everything has drawbacks, brother. There's always a polarity. There's a symmetry to everything. But people are focused because they're ignorant. They don't know it. So the first thing they're going to do, they're going to be attracted. Oh, cryptocurrency, like Isaiah is doing. He's attracted and he's fueling. Why can't he say something about being a objective observer and say, this is what I see what's wrong, and then let me see about its practicality and application in today's time. But what he's doing that's called double negative. Not double negative. He's using a negative like politicians do. He can always point the wool, like I said on a Haiti show. Everybody fucked up on this side, and the wool is being played on the opposite side. But where you're standing at, you're ignoring the flaws that where your foot is standing at. I'm off the mic. Thank you, guy in Hollywood. I know I probably didn't answer your question thoroughly, but I just gave you a little synopsis or basic on that.
Well, goddamn well you didn't answer it. You're going all over the world, man. What the fuck?
That's all right. That's all right.
Let's answer that man's question.
I did. I just said. I said that the utilization of coins are different.
Yeah.
And as far as has it been? Hold on. Before has it benefited me? Yes, it's benefited me because I learned just like I learned off stocks when I first got into stocks. The first thing I did, I jumped and bought Amazon. Oh boy, Amazon blowing up. I got my homeboy. He got into stock. You know what? The first thing cuz did, he bought Black and Miles because he liked to smoke Black and Miles. My other homeboy, he liked to drink Coors Light. The first thing he invested, it's not like that. That's why I learned that you have to study. You have to study fundamentals and stocks.
That's right. That's right.
You have to understand the technical and utilize technical analysis. You have to understand pattern recognition. Just like a meteorologist has to learn off the archives of the patterns of different experts back in the days, and they have an archive, and they can chronicleize that, and they can use those times, and they can interpret. They're going to be wrong. That's why you never see a meteorologist say 100%. They say 90% at the most. So the same thing. You do the same thing with stock. The smartest person in stocks, and they'll tell you, I started learning all these rules. You can't time the market. You cannot time the market. However, I made a lot of mistakes. If you watch some of my videos on my YouTube, I'm telling people the mistakes I did. You cannot use emotions or you minimize emotions. It's called FUD. Fear, undoubt, and what's the other FUD? Goddamn, I forgot. And FOMA. I better buy this stock because it's going to blow up. And when Amazon was $30, now Amazon was like $3,000. If you would have bought Amazon when it first started, when it was $30, and you kept, and that's why I warn everybody: when you buy crypto and stocks, you hold it. You hold it. Leave it alone. Oh man, I'm looking at my damn. I'm down $100. Once you buy your buying position, like Isaiah's telling me, the reason why I'm not selling my Dogecoin because I bought my Dogecoin way before everybody heard about Dogecoin. I bought because I just got lucky. I just said, fuck it, it's cheap. I put $550 and I have 60,000 Dogecoin. So my buying position of my buying price is at 0.0087 cents. It's under 1 cent. So I hold my buying position, my average cost, because I'm going to hold. Because I know eventually Dogecoin is going to break that resistance. It goes to its support and it goes in its resistance. Eventually Dogecoin is going to drop. Dogecoin, I don't really care about Doge, believe it or not. Because you know why Dogecoin is good? Because again, just like AMC, a lot of people believe in it. It's a people's currency. There are millions and millions of people that are behind Dogecoin, and then they have Elon Musk. But I'm gonna tell you a risk though about cryptocurrency, and that's the problem. It's very volatile. Look like Elon Musk does. He says something and it just drops. So that's one of the risks about it. But I am a holder that's going to hold. I already know Dogecoin is not going to be 34 cents in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It's not going to be the same. It's going to be here. No, there's nothing Isaiah gonna say. He had like he one day, oh, I'm gonna galvanize and cause an instantaneous mobilization to get everybody to listen. If I keep putting this shit on Facebook and come on Twitter, I'm going to mobilize 1,000 people and whatever. He ain't gonna have one person listen what the hell he's saying. But what I'm trying to tell you, in 5 years, Dogecoin is not going to be 30. I remember when Dogecoin was 0.0030 zeros when it was 40 cents, and I didn't buy. If I would have
Wow.
just put $100 in that motherfucker, that would have
Mm.
brought me $30,000.
Mm. Mm.
And why is like him and these other folks? Do you really
Yeah.
believe that I'm gonna sit there? I listen to Isaiah. But I already know Isaiah. He's doing it not because of the fundamentals. He's doing it because of his sentiments and his lack of understanding and his personal incredulity.
Mm.
And he's a conspiracy nutcase and what have you. And this is a guy that still believes that there was a nuclear reactor that was 3 billion years old, and Ulysses Grant was black. So
Ah. Wow.
now, and the Vikings were black. And he said I got it on video. All the presidents were black. So whose credibility is?
Good point. Good point.
What he does is he don't know how to retract. He just keeps thinking that he can keep talking and people can forget what the fuck he said. But people
Mm.
already know what he said. The next thing I know, when Bitcoin blows up to 100,000, he's gonna keep saying, "Oh, it's gonna go, it's gonna drop, it's gonna blow up," and he's gonna say eventually the B in Bitcoin actually means the black man started it first, so we need to get all that 100,000 with a Bitcoin and give it black. I'm not trying to be funny, like that's what he's gonna, and that's what pseudos do. That's what he's gonna do. And as far as LVGI, let me say this: look it up, God in Hollywood. If you get a chance when he's talking,
Okay.
I know you're multi. Just type in LVGI stock. You'll
Okay.
type it, it'll show up. Look at the stock. When you look at a heartbeat, beep,
Yeah. Yeah.
beep, beep, it's up here. And in 2013, that bad boy dropped. Like I put, it looked like
Wow.
a cockroach that was running up a wall when the light got turned on and it got sprayed with pesticide.
Mm.
And its heartbeat and its activity looked like it was on its last second when it went under a fucking coma. And now he wants to. Then he came on my show dissing Bitcoin when there were people on my show
Mm.
who know and understand cryptocurrency. And these people made a lot of money off of cryptocurrency, and nobody knew Isaiah. But when he would start shitting on Bitcoin, and then he started talking about LVGI, those people are going to research it. When they
Mm.
research it, they say, "Oh my God, how fuck can you talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency when your shit has in 2013 has been up 8%,
Wow.
8 cents to 4 cents, 3%?" And you had Enoch buy, who's a real estate. He just bought a motherfucking thing in Manhattan. He sold his house in motherfucking Miami, sold his house in goddamn whatever. And you gonna say that he's a fucking fluke? And I know that
Mm.
cuz you gonna diss him. And he listened to you. And then he realized he went by your word. He didn't even do no research. And he realized it was full of shit. Then you had Brooklyn Haiti come over there. He said he almost fell for your damn shit. And you know Haiti's a professor. He looked at your dad. He said, "Goddamn," he called it caca. He said, "I almost fell for that goddamn." And you want to diss Bitcoin. You need to be watching your own toes because you watching my damn toes, your toes end up getting stepped on. I'm
Mm.
off the mic.
Can I
Isaiah,
address that
go ahead. Go
real
ahead,
quick?
Isaiah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go on.
I'm going to say this, and you know, for one, I look for value in a company. Number one. Number two, historicity is important, but that doesn't mean everything that happened yesterday is going to happen tomorrow. This company has turned itself around. It is focused. It is determined to be a large company in the industry that it is in. TPA, CBD or cannabis business, and Keto Sport. Keto Sport is I don't want to say it's an energy kind of thing, but it's like a health food because when your body is on, it's consuming keto, it fights cancer and gives you better health. That's the line which it is on. With all of this so-called Enoch, I don't know that guy from childhood. You know what I mean? Bless him, his little heart. If he feels that, according to him, he don't throw out all of his stock and got into crypto. If he does well, he does well. I wish the brother well. I don't wish him no harm. I don't wish that, you lose all his money. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that putting all of his money in one thing is not a very good and wise thing. I don't have all my money in LVGI. I have 400,000 shares. I took $10,000, which is 1%. Better, it's all along, right? I took 1% of my wealth and bought 400,000 shares, and I have now a very good position to make a lot of money. People who have listened to me over the last 4 or 5 years, and you can go to Wall Street News and World Report on Facebook, which is my page. I started some 5 years ago. It has gone up over 4,000%. That is not no lie. That is not no joke. I did not manipulate. You can go and look at the company that I talked about, and it is verified. I am very fucking good at what I do. I look at a particular stock. I examine the fundamentals, and I look at the possibility. Can it bounce back to where it was? If a stock like the stock that I bought, the previous IPI, which is a fertilizing company, to say it's the least, I bought it at like $2 or $3, went as high as $26. You can go and take a look at IPI. I think last time I looked, I don't know what it is right now. I think it's like $30, somewhere around there. I don't know. But IPI, it started out at $2 or $3. I told people about it. It went as high as 20. You know what I mean? I got out. I am not trying to wish and dream and hope that it go to $200. My thing is very simple. When it reaches the point in which you feel it is a good point to get out, get the fuck out. Take the money and run and laugh your way to the bank.
Cryptocurrency.
Right, I'm gonna get to that. What
Cryptocurrency.
Gary is talking about is that he done made money. Why are you sitting around waiting on it to go higher? Get the fuck out. How many people can say they turned, I don't know, $5,000, Gary, into $70,000? Nigga, are you stupid? Get the fucking money and run. Stop dreaming about it going to $10, $100, $1,000, being like Bitcoin, $2,000. It's not going to do that. It is not going to do that. And I am here to tell you, right now, Bitcoin is going for $30,000, $40,000. That bit's going to drop down to where it was a long time ago when I first started. People are going to lose a lot of money because there's nothing behind it. The only big thing behind it is the next fool that's going to buy it. That's it. There's no product behind it. There's no earnings behind it. There's no CEO behind it. There's no COO behind it. There's no investor relations guy you can call and say, hey, what's the company going to do in order to increase the earnings like Amazon has done since its inception? It started out as a motherfucking bookseller. Now it's buying everything and selling everything except for cookie. It might be selling that too. You know what I mean? It might be. Who knows? Bezos under some serious investigation. You know what I mean? Párate delante de eso. Vete para allá. And I'll be talking. Vete. Ten cuidado. No choking. Pero, look, it's simple. I invest in things that make sense. That I know I can hold shares in my hand. I can't hold no motherfucking
LVGI.
Bitcoin in
What
my
else have you
goddamn.
invested in besides mutual fund? Tell me a common
That,
stock,
the
because
last
you're
that I
using
bought,
fundamentals.
dude,
What
man.
fund? Tell me.
I just
Do you
told
invest
you.
in Nuo? Do you invest
I
in
told you,
Nuo?
man.
Do
What
you
you?
charge point?
No,
Do
I
you
don't
know what
do. I
Nuo is?
huh? You
What
know what?
in stocks, not OTC over the counter, what stocks, since you're talking all this stuff, not in there, tell me a common stock that you're investing in.
The the last stock I bought was IPI. I bought
What
it
the
at
hell
two
is,
three.
okay.
That's the ticker symbol if you want to look it up.
Okay, you
All
don't
right.
invest in nothing else like Coupon or Amazon or Apple or
No, I'm not gonna buy.
Procter.
I'm not gonna spend $3,200 a share from Amazon.
What about
And quite,
Apple?
I I might be a very good safe place
What?
to
Okay, oh, you
put
don't. But
money.
besides LVGI, what in not
Well, there's a lot of
EFTs?
the Dow 30 has. Hold on, let me make sure.
Besides the index
No,
or ETF mutual funds or over the counter stock, what common stock do you invest in?
I only got my money right now in
Because I believe that I don't think your ass is
LVI.
allowed to invest.
What the hell are you talking about? I just told you.
Because you can't
I bought the
you
common
talk
stock
shit and then you got
LVGI.
on my damn thing. Send me a hey man, I can't get on Coinbase. I'm trying to buy this crypto. I said you shouldn't go on
Yeah,
crypto.
because the
Get
U.S.
Binance.
government is not allowing me to do it. With U.S.
And
credit card,
that's
I'm
and
not
I
allowing me
kind
to
of
do it.
think that's the reason why, rather than being honest,
What?
you just want to be different and be against the crowd, which I said quantarian. You're hating on fucking crypto and you're spreading
I
bullshit.
don't give a fuck if you made $2
You
billion.
need that's your problem. You don't give a fuck. I
I
give a
don't.
fuck.
That's good.
Exactly.
I
You
told
don't
you
care.
take the money
You just
and
want to
run.
go out there and
No,
talk all this shit
I'm not hating
about
on nobody. I
cryptocurrency
would
and you don't even
prefer to see
understand
our brothers and sisters
cryptocurrency.
make money. But for me, crypto is not for me. That is
Well,
not my
then
vehicle.
say that. There's a lot of people that
I done
invest in
already
stocks, but
said that.
they don't
I done
go
already
like
said.
if
Didn't I
when I
say
go
that?
on when I go
Didn't I
on
say
Reddit,
that,
when I
Gary?
go on Reddit, nobody's sitting there saying, uh, there's a lot of people that invest in stock. They don't sit there and shit on goddamn. You don't. It's rare. That's why. Damn.
If
And one.
I
Hell,
feel like
I
shitting
went on Reddit, and
and
I
spitting
seen you on Reddit.
and
I seen you
vomiting
on Reddit 2 months
and crying
ago.
on crypto, I'm
I
gonna do
said,
that shit.
damn, he's on Reddit. But then I said, show me where anybody's saying, you know what people argue about? Like God
What?
now would say, there's so many cryptos out there. What people debate about is not the legitimacy of crypto. That's what people, I always say to myself, I know what I'm doing. And a lot of people who is doing this and we don't even try to really argue with people. This rare that we know is legit. It's here. We argue about when I do it with Cardano and somebody debates with me about Ethereum. We ask the pros and cons and this projection and all that. But we don't argue about if stocks is fake or crypto is fake. We don't argue about that. And you was on that damn forum that has over 1 million people. You won't find nobody saying that crypto's fake. The ones that are saying they don't know shit about it. They got feelings into it. They're ignorant. And I keep telling everybody the best way to remedy this ignorance and this stupid is to let go of your goddamn and study it. It took me, man. I studied.
Ray,
I
play that
got
video,
off of
player.
YouTube. I got
Ray,
off of
play that
YouTube.
video.
I
It's
made a
about 6 minutes long. Play that video.
I made a video. No, you talk. Hold on. I made a video where I said I need to get off. I still love because it's a hobby. That's something I like to do. Study. I realize it. It's a hobby to study my history and science. It's a hobby.
No, it ain't.
But I
You like the white man side. You like the white man history.
yeah,
You don't
yeah,
like
yeah,
your own
yeah.
history. I can
I
sit
mean, you
here and
know
tell
what?
you.
I made
I
a
can sit here
video
and tell
9
you
years ago.
Abraham Lincoln was black. You wouldn't
I
believe
made
it.
a video 9 years ago predicting
That was
exactly
9 years
like
ago.
what you're
What about
talking. It's the
now?
white man.
What about it?
It's
What
not.
about it?
I mean,
What
you're
about right
stuck.
now, player?
You're stuck. And that's why I keep telling everybody this old shit you got to go. It
What
ain't
old
gonna
shit?
work. Shit just rambling, talking, all that shit you talking about ain't doing a goddamn thing. Nothing. Not a damn goddamn thing would happen.
What's the name of the video? What's the name of the
No,
video?
The video I said
I
when
said it on your messenger,
Wait, wait.
player.
it's called Black Anti-Intellectualism. The white man. Look, you gonna look on, go on my Google, say it's called the Fringe of the Black Conscious Community. And I was saying that because that's what they call the Black Fringes of the Black Conscious Community.
You
And I
wrong,
wrote
man.
that. What happened? What happened, bro?
No. I was just listening to it. that's it's a video called that.
Yeah, I mean, it's old. I got an old video. Matter of fact,
Okay.
Talik even got my video.
Hold on,
Matter of fact,
no, it don't make no damn sense.
I did that over 10, 11, 12 years ago,
didn't
and I was trying. I made an essay. It's a video essay that I wrote. What's going to happen? I talk about the Thug Consortium. You're gonna have a lot of people that's in the conscious community, and I predicted it. What happened is it's going to track. They're going to mix Goins, who's a pimp, whatever, and they're going to mix consciousness in it, and you're going to have a lot, which is good. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong. I'm not saying that. And like I said, the conscious thing is it's a phase that we have to go through. We have to go through. It's a rehabilitation stage, and then when we mature, and then we see the application. We have to elevate from that. And I predicted what's going to happen. It's going to track, and people are going to be stuck. And I keep telling everybody. I realize that, including myself, when I talk about this, I'm talking about me too. I had to realize you got to evolve and what have you and stuff, and understand the modernity of what we're living in today. I had to learn that I had to trim the thug fat around my waistline, and I had to learn that we're living in this day of time. And just like you said on your show, I like what you said, God in Hollywood. We're not trying to say that Africa, but it's our link. And you said our connection. Have a link to who you are and what you are and our culture and our ancestors. You said that on your show. You remember you said that? I watched that show. I told Brother Bakari that. I even said on my damn show that I respect y'all because y'all keep me grounded. I know I'm a universe because I love everybody. I know y'all against that. Y'all respect me. Don't get me wrong. That's what I'm saying. Listen to this. I know God don't like. No, I know. See, that's the thing. Brother Bakari and I know what I do is fundamentally different than y'all.
Wait.
God
respects
who I am.
Time out. When you say you love everybody, you got to be careful because that means you love like molesters and the KKK.
No. What I mean by
right, because humanistic. But they are people too. That's what I'm saying. So you got to be very careful when you say you love everybody. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead. I'm just
no, but what I mean by loving, what I mean with a humanistic aspect, that I look at everything as a whole. But I said in a video, and I even gave y'all a shout out in my video. If you look at my old video, I said, Brother Bakar, I said, if you watch the last video, I think it's the last video I gave y'all. I said I listened to you and Brother Bakar because y'all keep me grounded on the issues and the things of the plight of black. I know I'm mixed and what have you and stuff, and I'm biracial. I don't give a damn or what have you. But I said I did. I even watched the video, guys. If you get a chance, watch my whole video.
You ain't mixed. You look like a nigga to me.
That's the point. I'm mixed. I'm a mixed.
That's not nice.
I'm not worried about that, man. Hey, God in Hollywood, this ain't nothing. What have you? This shit ain't nothing.
But the N word is uncalled for. Come on, sir.
Okay, well, I apologize.
Yeah. He's a brother. You're a brother. You're an African man that speaks Spanish. Stop it. You're an African man that speaks Spanish.
That's true.
You've been colonized just like everybody else. Just stop it, Isaiah. Come on.
Well, you ain't lying. I can't say you ain't lying. Because there's no such thing as the Dominican, to be honest. The Taino Indians, yes. You know what I mean?
Oh my God! Here you go.
No. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna really get into it.
But God, for real though, God, for real though, I want this is your show, man.
You know what, Cool Cutter, send the link so I can watch it because I don't remember. If you find it, whenever you get a chance, it's not a rush, but send the link. By the way, Isaiah, where is the link when you was talking about the currency and all that?
Yeah, I sent it on your Facebook Messenger. It's right there.
Facebook Messenger. I'm trying to look for because I don't know the name of it. What's the name of it?
Hold on. Let me go back.
Is that the last one you sent me?
It should be. Yeah, it should be.
Let me see. What's this? I don't know what this is. Give me 1 second. Because the last thing I see is this.
It's on YouTube, right?
Well, hold on. If I can.
Yeah, there you go. It has XQY as the last 3 letters.
Could you? Because what I can do, if you could pull it up, I could share it. If you could pull
Hold
it
on,
up, I could share it.
let me try to play it here. Let me see. Share the
Yeah, just
the screen.
because I could
Share
probably
screen.
share it, and then I can see it. Once I see it, I can share it, and I play it, and you can play it from there.
Hold on. StreamYard allow. Hold on. I'm gonna play it from your message. Hold on.
Okay, I see something. Hold on. What's this? Okay, here we go. Okay, now you can play it from there. You can play it from there.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
If it come up, is it gonna come up?
Okay, that's what it looks. Can't play? Oh, let me see something. Yeah, that was it.
I'm clicking on it, but it's not playing.
It's not. Oh.
Wait, yeah, just go down to your.
Let me hold on. Let me
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, sure. Let me, all right.
How many I got?
I'm sorry. I did that. Let me put it back up. Let me put it back up. Go ahead. So if this,
Yeah,
you can play it now.
Hold on. Let me get rid of some of these. I clicked it one too many times. Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, hold on.
All right. There you go. There you go. And cut the volume up too on that too.
Okay, all right, hold on.
Yeah.
So you can find this on YouTube.
Right.
It's 6 minutes long.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's short. It's pretty short. Cut the volume up on there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the volume on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
He has to use Chrome.
Yeah,
If you don't use
up.
Chrome on StreamYard, you won't hear the audio.
Yeah, the volume on YouTube. Yeah.
Hey, God in Hollywood, if he doesn't use Chrome, if he's using Firefox or Microsoft, it's not gonna go, guy.
Can you hear it?
Okay.
Yeah, he has to use Chrome. You got to use Chrome to yeah.
You use Chrome on StreamYard.
Well, people can see the title. It's called Bitcoin is a Giant Pyramid Scheme.
All right, let me let me see if I can pull it up. It says Bitcoin is a giant pyramid scheme. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. Give me 1 second, fellas.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Give me one. I'll pull it up. Big. Okay, let me see. Let's see if I can find.
Why y'all doing that? I don't know if Brother Bakar is watching this though. When he bought Dogecoin, he's probably, I'm gonna go out in public and whatever. I know I should tell him, but I apologize. I should have told him, buying Dogecoin when it was 63, 64 cents or something like that. And, I know you got a business and what have you and stuff. And then for it to drop down to 30s, you lost a lot of money on that and what have you. So I'll say that publicly. I'd rather say that to you personally. You might knock me across the call, man, for goddamn Cutter, what? Cut. You know how Brother Bakari is. He's straight
Yeah.
up. He's a man of character. But I should have told you, man, just don't invest and wait later on or something like that. So I say that publicly. That's one mistake I've, in my opinion, I made a mistake on that regard.
Oh, okay.
So I apologize to you publicly there, Brother Bakari.
All right, here we go. What's going on?
On the internet, Monte, good morning. Lay out your bear case for cryptos for our audience.
My bear case is that it's a giant pyramid scheme, and people are getting sucked into it. Unfortunately, it's a pyramid scheme that has a core of true believers and a core of people who are really fascinated by technology.
Do y'all hear it?
Yeah.
Y'all hear it? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna play it again. Let me start over.
And as pingboard on the internet, Monte, good morning. Lay out your bear case for cryptos for our audience.
My bear case is that it's a giant pyramid scheme, and people are getting sucked into it. Unfortunately, it's a pyramid scheme that has a core of true believers and a core of people who are really fascinated by technology. So it becomes difficult. It also has a group of very smart investors and all kinds of people who are heavily pouring money into it. So it becomes difficult to call it out, but I think it is very necessary to call it out. Because in the end, like every pyramid scheme, people are going to get hurt.
It may be necessary to call out certain aspects of it, but calling it a pyramid scheme is too simplistic, no, to even call the technology behind it. 25 years ago, critics said that the internet would amount to nothing. Some of the narrative at the time, it's decentralized, so you can't trust it. There will never be any internet payments, too many technical problems. It sounds a lot of what I'm hearing from you and others around the bear case for cryptos at this point in time. Is it possible that we're just in the very, very early innings, and this is a platform, not a pyramid scheme or even a store of value? It's more than that.
That's an excellent point. And we have a history in tech of calling things stupid or pointless that end up being transformative. But it's really important to remember that these are not really days of crypto. We've had Bitcoin for 13 years now. And when you look at it by its own criteria, all the things that it promised to
not
do,
in the same form, Mache.
Well,
you could argue that this phase is very different. You've got institutional interests, more companies. I'm sorry, go ahead.
But what you have is a gambling token. You don't have a currency. I can't buy a pizza with Bitcoin. I can't buy a car with Bitcoin. All I can do is put money into it and then watch it go up 20% and down 3% in the same day. Coming onto these calls, I had to take a look to make sure I was talking about whether, crypto is doubling today or halving. And that, on every time scale, you see that volatility. And you see a symptom of what is a giant asset bubble. Basically, money has nowhere left to go. We've had this pandemic year where the stock market's almost doubled, where cryptocurrencies have gone up by a factor of 6, or I don't even know what Doge has gone up by. And it's froth. It's money desperately looking for somewhere where you can still get a big return. Coupled with this, again, hardcore true believers who have a very strong and compelling technical and ideological case for why this is the wave of the future. But it's not.
Mache, is part of the issue here that we don't know what's going to happen to different cryptocurrencies when we get a real protracted downturn? I mean, I could see an argument there's a big difference between Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin. You're lumping them all in as one giant, I guess what Elon Musk would call hustle, but maybe they're not. And I guess it'll take some more stress to test that, right?
I would like to see at least one cryptocurrency that is able to just let me buy and sell things without paying. For example, for Bitcoin now, it's what, a $15 transaction fee. It burns as much electricity as the country of Argentina. It has a maximum capacity of 4 transactions a second compared to Visa, which is something like 1,800. All of these things, if it could just technically work for any practical use, I would have a much easier time saying that maybe one of these really will kind of pull forward and convince me that I'm wrong and convince all the other skeptics that are wrong. But right now what we're seeing is not that. What we're seeing is that it is a gambling token that many people believe can only go up for a variety of arguments, and has no connection to any sort of real world application except for the one thing that it has really revolutionized, which is crime. Bitcoin has made it possible to have a whole industry around ransomware. We just saw that with the capital pipeline, and it's made money laundering much easier. So those are the actual two genuine areas where cryptocurrency has had a transformative effect. I think it would be nice to have a positive and not just a net negatives before we all move off of the dollar or gold coins or whatever we're hoarding right now.
I think that's an interesting point, and it makes me wonder about whether yesterday's action, where you had a 40% swing in 24 hours on the most broadly accepted name, I wonder, do you think that was a death knell for another large vendor coming out and saying, we will accept Bitcoin for our goods or service or car or pizza or anything else?
I think you're not going to see many vendors coming out to actually accept the money, except maybe on the terms that Tesla offered, that if we need to refund it, we're going to do it in dollars or whatever the real currency is. But what I think you'll see is a lot more institutional investors dipping a toe into it because they don't want to miss out on the wild ride. So these constant dips and highs, they've been with us since the start of the cryptocurrency. It's just that more people are paying attention because the valuations are so high. But the real problem is not in crypto itself. It's the fact that capitalism is constipated. There's nowhere for all of this flow to go. We have a massive amount of invested money and no real productive use to put it to. So it's just desperately chasing around. This bubble isn't just in cryptocurrency. You see this in stamp collecting, coin collecting, NFTs, even GameStop stock now has kind of become dissociated from the actual ticker or the company that has physical stores and has become sort of a meme cryptocurrency-like thing.
If you want to approach that damn way that he's talking about, everything is a fucking Ponzi. If you go in that video, you use a YouTube video, go look at the comments. Look at the comments inside that video and see how everybody just motherfucking goddamn shoot that motherfucker down. Bullshit. This is the dude, is an entrepreneur and what have you, Palazzi, he's from Poland and what have you and stuff. He just like Isaiah, he's a hater. That's what he is and what have you. And he gonna tell Elon Musk is an idiot. And you're gonna tell Mark Cuban, Mike Saylor, you're gonna tell Wendy Woods is a stupid motherfucker. And they're in the Bitcoin, and then magically a dude that lives on an island smelling like living with Johnny Foreigner, like I said, smelly garlic, gonna sit here who believes in 9 billion-year-old nuclear reactor. Ulysses Grant is gonna fucking tell me it's here, it's entrenched.
Right.
All your feelings, like I always say, your feelings don't mean shit. Go pay your bills with your fucking feelings. It don't do shit. I know what it does. And I'm not, like I said, if I think it was bullshit, I wouldn't, even if I had any idea, inclination that this shit is fake, I won't be talking this kind of stuff. I don't give I would accept and listen to people on YouTube or the internet, social media who criticize the guy. But goddamn, do you know the wrath I will face? My criticism is at home, not YouTube. I got people that know me personally. I know people that act the same way like Isaiah was doing, but they trust me. They listen to what I'm saying. And again, I'm not trying to say you got to invest. This is optional.
It's true. Yeah, you're right. You did.
But Isaiah is the one that's sitting there spruing, what have you, this, whatever. He think he's doing something noble. He's the one that's spreading misinformation. He's bringing noise. And, he knows the application because he can't goddamn invest in whatever. I asked his ass, what common stock? The only thing that I think that he can fucking fuck with is goddamn motherfucking LVGI. Look it up. God, now that you look, you put that video up, go look it up. Google it right now and post it right now. Screenshot LVGI. Look at his performance.
All right, I'm gonna do it right now. Put it up right now. LG.
And him and Enoch fell out. Enoch put
what is it?
LVGI.
Okay. All right.
And screenshot it. Put it on there. Put the graph on there.
All right, I'll do that right now. Hold on.
All right.
I'll do it right now.
Bet.
Here we go. second. Okay. This is what comes up.
All right. Now, last week it was 8 and now 5. But when you go over there and look, okay, you see that black that's underneath the green?
Right here.
Okay, go and hit max. Okay, hold on. Go zoom out. I mean, like you can see the whole thing.
Okay,
I appreciate that. Now it's in black. It says the date. Now go all the way. Okay, go down with your mouse. Now, okay, it got year. I can't see that. 1 month, 6 months. That's how you look at a stock.
Oh.
Now go to max. Go to max. Go to max. Oh, to your right. To your right. To your right.
Okay. Press it.
Hit that. Click that. Look at his performance.
Wow.
Look at the performance. You know what? I'm gonna still invest because that's my buddy.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's my buddy, why is he going there knowing that I'm in crypto? Why you don't come with a legitimate thing to show that crypto is a fraud? And and I want people to invest in LVGI, but he gonna run around and tell everybody that cryptocurrency is fake. Rather than just say, cryptocurrency, I'm skeptical about it. But he goes on his campaign, takes what he don't know about it, and just runs off and just says it's fake, and then show that dumb motherfucker that video that you just posted up. That motherfucker, look at his comment. Look at the comments in the video. That motherfucker is rag tagging that motherfucker. Because if crypto or Bitcoin is a fucking Ponzi, everything's a Ponzi.
And it
He's
is.
just mad. Do what?
I explained that to you. Real estate is a Ponzi scheme. Gucci bag
what is
and high.
I told you my thing. What is a Ponzi? What is a Ponzi?
Dude, man,
explain it off the top of your head. What's a Ponzi? What is a Ponzi?
I'm not gonna go through all that, man.
No, exactly.
I don't know what it is.
I explained at the beginning of the conversation what a fuck.
Everything is a game. We are living in a capitalistic system. If they can fool you into buying a Rolex, like
Isaiah, what you do is you follow a script. You follow a script, and you can't deviate off your script. And you talk hoopla. You are a rodeo, sensational, fear-mongering clown. You need to get off of that and get on objective, whatever. When I study graphs, you got to apply math. What you're doing, you're sensation. That's what you're doing. You're spreading. You think you're helping people with that shit you're doing? Stop it, man. You're spreading it. Come on, God in Hollywood. People are really trying to learn. And then, like, I get on my show, I take full responsibility. A lot of people tell me, "Damn, man, we keep hearing you arguing with heaven." I said, "Man, that's my fucking fault." And like we're doing on God, he wants to. And he's really, God's really trying to learn. He's not trying to, he's making a determination. And for his audience, he wants to educate people about cryptocurrency. Yes, there's some things you don't know. Just say you don't really know what cryptocurrency is. But don't come with this goddamn political campaign lying to people and saying this shit is a Ponzi scheme. You can't tell me what the fuck a Ponzi scheme is when I told you what a Ponzi scheme.
It's a pyramid scheme. It has nothing behind it.
You gonna bring
it? Has no assets behind
what
it.
What is a Ponzi scheme? And for you to say that you don't know what it stands just shows and profess that you don't know what the fuck a goddamn cryptocurrency does.
No way. What? I know what it does. It does
you know what? You are a fraud, dude, in this aspect. Right now, you're a fucking fraud, man. And stop fucking lying to people, man.
Lying about
you're
what did I lie
fraud,
about,
dude.
Right?
You don't even know what fucking cryptocurrency is, and you're a fraud by saying that goddamn a Ponzi scheme. And then a Ponzi scheme is not the same as a pyramid scheme.
It's a pyramid
Stop fucking lying, dude, and be honest. And like I said, folk being real, have integrity, dude.
It has nothing
and people
behind it.
sitting here on God in Hollywood, you talking about hoopla shit.
It has nothing behind it.
You think the more you say that would define that it has nothing behind it?
Then explain to me why.
No.
Explain to me why.
No. Don't ask a question with a question. First of all, tell me what a Ponzi scheme is, and then I'll ask your question.
Why Bitcoin is worth more than Amazon stock? Explain.
I will address that.
Explain it.
First, hold on. Address my question first.
You can't explain it because you're too fucking.
I will explain it.
Best believe that.
Because it deals
follow
with
this
market cap.
bullshit
It deals with
that they
market
trying to
cap. It
run
deals with
game
market
on
cap.
me with.
But I
But
will
they
explain
goddamn
that.
wanna
First of
be
all,
crypto.
hold on, back
It
up, drink
has
soda
no
pop.
value.
Drink soda pop.
That's
Drink
all
soda.
I'm saying.
Drink soda pop.
Now,
Drink
you
soda
find the
pop.
next fool that's gonna buy it, then you
You
don't
keep
find the
telling
next
everybody
fool
the
that's
fool.
gonna buy it.
Everybody the fool. But your sucker ass is the one that ain't motherfucking invested because you can't buy crypto. Tell the truth about that. I got the screenshots to show that your ass was up there on crypto.com trying to buy motherfucking crypto and you couldn't buy shit. Then you tried whatever and all that other shit. Stop lying.
Is that
Stop
true?
lying. This is the internet. I keep telling everybody, be yourself on the internet. Nobody can fucking hurt me or whatever because I don't hide shit on the fucking internet. I'm myself. Don't come on this motherfucker, on this apparatus internet and front with your alter ego and thinking you some goddamn lord to save black folks and with your goddamn pseudo shit. You better keep it 100, nigga. I mean, my bad on that. Keep it 100, man. Keep it 100 and keep it real. Ain't gonna back up just like I'm gonna make a video about this shit because I always make videos. But he does it.
This
I ain't got
is
whatever stuff.
man, this is interesting, man. Like y'all both, I ain't gonna front. Both of y'all made some good points. Like I'm still in like a dilemma with this, man, because you made some good points, and like you said, it is optional, and I agree with you. It is optional. So I mean, you showing evidence, he's showing evidence, and like I said, I think it's based off of opinions, and I think it's all about.
Just say this though.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
It's not a matter of opinions and what have you. These things are fundamental things of tenets that you can look up on crypto. What he's doing, he's coming on abstract resentment. Like I said, he's coming from an act of contravention.
Right.
He's coming from emotions and what have you and stuff because of his distaste and all dislike and what have you and stuff. And I was trying to explain and show if people can catch on what I'm saying. He's coming from a sociological aspect because he's just mad and he's jealous about this shit. And that's what's wrong with a lot of motherfuckers and shit. They don't, whatever, oh man, everybody's in crowd. Oh, they ain't listen to me. Like I always say, that you watch some of my shows, they're just mad and what have you shit. But being mad, improve your argument. That video that it showed does not discredit nothing, not one iota. Not one iota. I keep telling, that's all I'm encouraging. I'm inspiring people that those that are interested in crypto. It's not like you said, it's optional. It's a personal option if you want to go in. I'm sitting here and trying to tell people what you can do, what's the strategy, and all. He's sitting there talking some goddamn motherfucking conspiracy shit. This is a Ponzi. I asked him, and then I asked him first, what the fuck is a Ponzi scheme? And then he say, what's backing it up? I said, I will explain what gives it value. I explained what gave it value at the beginning of the goddamn conversation on Brother God and Hollywood show. What gives it thing? It's similar and it parallels and it's analogous to a stock. But he ain't paying attention because he's following a script. He's a black Sean Hannity on Fox News that's following a fucking script. Rather than shutting the fuck up and going with emotions and all that other bullshit, he's on a tantrum to goddamn say whatever with act of desperate, showing a goddamn stupid ass video. When you can look at the comments, they debunked this. Go on the video, guy. You post it up. Look at the goddamn video. And like I said, it's optional. If you want to get in a 401k, you want to get in a Roth, that's optional. I'm not telling nobody to get into cryptocurrency. I'm not saying that. He's the one that wants, everybody talking about it. He does what he always does. Everybody likes Biden. He wants to go and say that Trump is going to be fucking elected. Everybody going to do that. And what else? 3 billion year old nuclear reactors. Like he's shameless about his lack of whatever. He has no fucking parameters. He just say what the fuck he says. Like damn, goddamn, come on, bro. You don't know what the fuck you been saying and what have you. Then we gonna take your shit what you just said. Let's be real about shit.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So Isaiah, is it first, Isaiah, can you address this sister right here? What about Kishu? You know what that is? Is that a stock?
I don't even know what it is.
I don't even know what that is. That might be a cryptocurrency.
Okay.
It might be a cryptocurrency. It might be.
Okay.
But,
So So is it cryptocurrency? Is it parallel to a stock,
No, it's not.
Isaiah? No, it's not.
No,
What? And
no.
why you say that?
Look at Amazon. It has value. It has earnings. It has assets. Crypto
Okay,
has no motherfucking assets, no
gotcha.
earnings, no product, no nothing. It is based on the next dumb motherfucker who's going to buy it. That's it. Everybody that's making this so-called, as Gary was saying on this guy video about it being a pyramid scheme, and they have an invested interest in making sure that they try to make it seem like this guy don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about. Just because you see a whole bunch of dumb motherfuckers trying to tell you or me who are looking at the comments that this guy in this video don't know what the fuck he's talking about, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. Because if they did, they would be investing in things that matter. They would be investing in Apple. They would be investing in 3M Company. They would be investing in General Motors. They would be invested in a panoply, a cornucopia of the different substantiated valued assets. They would not be taking a chance, and this is what this is, a chance to make money. Now, like I said, if our brother Gary made money, $76,000, that's not nothing to blow your nose at. That's a lot of motherfucking money that you can take down and run to the bank and laugh your ass off to the bank. Now, my thing is, like I said, guy, is that if you can find in a vehicle that you can use to go from 1,000, 10,000, 10,000 to 100,000, and you do it, get the fuck out and be happy. I'm not saying, crypto is a bad thing. For whatever reason, it has some legality to it. The government, our government is not allowing it because it's not allowing me to buy it, but it's out there and you can get into it if you want to get into it. You can buy Safe Moon at 0.00001, hoping that it go to $1. All right. But don't put all of your eggs in one motherfucking basket.
I agree. Yeah.
You're trying to get rich overnight.
Right.
A lot of these motherfuckers ain't got no dollars. They got pennies. Trying to tell you where to go and get your money, or how to get your money on.
About buying strategies. We're not talking about, you're talking about the legitimacy of fucking cryptocurrency, and you're lying to motherfuckers.
I ain't lying.
And
what did I lie about? Please explain.
You're lying because you're up there telling everybody this shit is fake. Nobody's sitting there telling stocks are fake.
What value does a motherfucker? How do you explain this to me? That crypto, that the Bitcoin. Hold on.
Personal incredulity.
Hold on. How the fuck does Bitcoin going for $42,000 is worth over 10 times Amazon? It has no product, it has no service, it has no earnings, it has no CEO, it has no investor relations that you can call and say, hey.
And exactly. Just like I said, a person that don't understand math and calculus and the scientific theory, it's called, look everybody, when you get a chance, put it down. It's called suffering from personal incredulity. Because a person don't make sense to them. Their only evidence that is false is because I don't understand it. Your lack of because you don't understand science.
I'm not lacking anything. Everything that I said on this show has been
Isaiah, to be stop thinking that you're somebody you're not.
I am.
Your lack of not understanding crypto is here, and you can't even explain to that sister or whoever, Mimi or whatever, asked you about Kishu.
Yeah,
and you don't. I even said it before you got on there. You don't know what it is.
And she said,
"Might be a crypto." I don't know.
No, Keisha says it's a new stock. I guess
she's right. She is absolutely right. He don't know. He don't know. He can't talk. See, you see. I'm gonna tell y'all. You, Isaiah, the future generation, they are going as far as the money. You're still stuck on. Now I can't say flat earth because you do. And then you're like I said, I give you know the fundamentals about stock, but the new thing is you're still flat earth or the center of the earth, whatever. The newer generation, I bump into the new generation is already hip to this. and
What
the
new
sister was
generation? What are you
asking
talking
what's your
about?
opinion.
I don't know
And
nothing
then
about
I was
Christians.
going to tell you,
What
it's a new decentralized, and it's for fun. But
I'm
if
not trying to make no money for fun. I'm making money for some serious
no,
business.
I said this cryptocurrency, what the lady, I think it's a lady. I could be wrong because it's got a female template on there. I
It's a
said
lady. I
it's
think it's
for
a lady.
fun.
Mm.
People are making cryptocurrency for fun because if you don't even know what do you know what NFTs are? Non fungible things, tokens are? Do you know what DeFi are? Because your ass is stuck. You're still stuck in whatever.
I'm not
You're
stuck.
not. You're
I'm
not.
not stuck.
You're not trying to understand the new thing and
I'm
what
not
have you,
going to
bro.
invest in.
Do you know what NFTs are? Do you know what non fungible tokens are? Do you know what that is?
Who the fuck? Explain it to me.
Exactly.
Is it
Do
a
you know
crypto?
what DeFi are? Do you know what
Is it a
DeFi? These
crypto?
are new
If it is a
investment things.
crypto,
Do
I'm
you?
not going to fuck
You've
with
been studying for 20 years. Do you? Because you're stuck. Do you know what DeFi is?
No, I don't know what it is. Explain to me what it is.
Exactly. All you
Explain
do, just like I always said,
it.
you
Explain it.
begin,
I know
you
what
begin,
refi is.
you
I know
begin where
what
you end.
refi is.
You
I
begin
know
where
what
you end.
refi is.
Yeah, you
You know what
begin where
refi
you.
is? You know
No,
what
I
refi
don't.
is? Oh, well, shut
No.
the fuck up. I don't know what DeFi is. You don't know what refi is.
You sound like Bernie Mac when he was on that goddamn show. Had the thing when Bernie Mac was talking to that dude. He didn't know what NORAD was. Uh, but that's
Yeah,
your
she
problem,
right.
though,
Look
Isaiah.
what
You're
she
the
said.
one. You know
No,
what you're doing. All you doing
Gary,
is
look at
you
what she
just like
said.
that knucklehead that God Nolly would be going. All you do is just get mad at everything. If
I ain't
I
mad. Am I
if I
mad,
put
Reg? Am I
you
mad?
get mad, you get
Reg,
upset,
am I
you just
mad?
talk
No.
noise. And
I'm
because
not
I
mad.
want to use a butter knife to spread my peanut butter, you get mad at me because
You
I
can
don't
use.
use a goddamn spoon.
I use
You
my.
just like that dude, God Nollywood. You are the same guy, that God Nollywood would make videos about. You are him. You are him. But you're cool though. That motherfucker's tacky. You don't call him Talit. That nigga tacky. That
Nah.
motherfucker stuck in you. So I'm like, this motherfucker is just and wearing FUBU shit and whatever. I'm like, damn. I said out there, I
Brother
said,
number
but that
one.
motherfucker. Then I said, I leave God alone. But that motherfucker made a video about me. I said, all right, I'm gonna whatever. I'm gonna get on his ass. Talking about like he do like you do. Crypto fake. What's that gonna do as an individual? What that does you good for an individual? What that gonna do for me? What the cryptocurrency gonna do for me? Motherfucker, you a grown motherfucker man. God damn. And I went on my last show, I went off old girl too. If you watch my show, guy, I went off old girl. Tired of your ass tagging me. I don't give a damn about that messy shit that's going on over there and whatever. That's between. Stop tagging me.
Right.
I don't got nothing to do.
Yeah.
That's messy.
Yeah.
And all that donation and get mad. I ain't never asked. You talk about videos. Have you seen my videos? I have to edit shit.
That stupid
I ain't
shit
never
goes,
had nobody with no damn
you
shit.
gonna run those
Leave that
donations.
holla. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn because y'all that not her, but that motherfucker ran his mouth, talked about it. And when people came, he took a scene where I said everybody was talking about it. I told him, don't come on my God. I told everybody, don't come on. I said, man, hey, man, cool, whatever, and all that other shit. I said, man, don't go on his show and do that. I never said anything. And then he made a video talking about, oh, yeah, they're talking about me. I said, all he does is just trying to find any goddamn controversial and then twist that goddamn jello, whatever, of marshmallows and shit, empty jar Marshall and drink and twist that motherfucker and set it down and shit. Then he make a video that I drink. You damn right I drink.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
damn right.
That, yeah.
I was on one of your goddamn shows while you're listening. I was on my goddamn show. I'm with everybody around me in Macon, Georgia, with my homies and his family. I drink beer. I said, that's what the fuck I do. So that's gonna diminish me. Man, fuck that whatever and shit, man. But that Isaiah is just like him in this area right here. You just like him. You are full of shit. You just talking. You're nothing but fucking goddamn unorganized noise. You just talking just to be fucking talking. Just like I said, that's the reason why you at home eating chicken noodle soup. You just running. And then
What
you
you
see,
talking
you
about?
had Guy. You know, I like Guy. I like Guy. He put that video up there. But that dude ain't shit. Look at the comments in that video. Everybody ragtag that dude. He is a motherfucker. He's a jealous, and you are a fucking hater. You are a fucking hater. You're a hater in this regard. You're not an entire total hater, but you a hater as far as cryptocurrency. You don't understand it. You don't know about cryptocurrency, and you just coming because you're a quantarian, and you just mad because it's popular, and you think, oh, it don't get my damn attention. So let me go different. Go ahead.
Hold that thought. Let me read what Mimi said. Like, shout out to her. She said, "Wow, investing." Let me go back. Let me read her comment real quick. Let me see. She's okay. I'm just going. She said, "This is a great time to invest. It's unbelievable time, even with the current foolishness going on." And then she says, "Wow, I'm investing, and I got in on Kishu. It's under a penny, and if you lose $5, so what?" Then she goes on and says, "Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. What she saying? This thing will come up there. Give me 1 second. Okay. Wait for this thing to come up. Okay. She said, $5 investment wouldn't hurt you. $5 in crypto wouldn't hurt you, but crypto does pay off. I had to pay a emergency bill for a friend, and my investment did it. Wow. Then she gave a shout out to Brother Bakari. And she gave you a shout out, Brother Bakari. And she said, older folks don't trust it. Crypto. Makes sense. So I guess I answered your question, Cool Cutter, because this dude that we talk about he means nothing, but he's 60 years old. He hasn't done nothing with his life, but of course he don't trust it when they're dealing with wealth, because we're talking about wealth, and this is the reason why I want to bring that to the people. I've been saying that of generational wealth, and this is good. And now you're saying like the younger folks is getting into it now, and this is very important. And this is what you've been saying. And Isaiah, like I said, I agree with both of y'all. Y'all both make some great points. So yeah, people are tuning in. I want to thank her for tuning in, because this is very informational. And I would definitely we got to continue this, because this is a deep issue. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are tuning in and learning from this program. So I appreciate it. But yeah. A lot of older folks wouldn't you like they say, you can't change an old dog new tricks. So she has a point there. Isaiah, you want to say something?
Yeah. We're not in a conventional business. I don't think Gary's in a conventional
Negative.
business. I'm not in a conventional business. And as a
Negative.
Yeah, that's fine.
Negative.
I can take
Negative.
all the heat.
Negative.
Every time
Don't you know shit about crypto?
Every time I get up in the morning, I get up looking at my wife, I kiss her. Looking at my kids, I kiss them. And
Ain't got
I ain't
shit
gotta
to
go
do
to
with
work.
the price of China tea.
I ain't gotta go to work. Every day is a vacation because I earn it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Every day is a vacation because I can see and take care of my mom, share with her. This is our home country. I love this country with all my heart and soul. I try to help as many people as I can. But a lot of people just don't work. Hell, they prefer to cry. You know what I mean? And, misery love.
Like 10 minutes, but I'm ready to fall asleep. No, I'm good. I'm just having fun, man. Isaiah's my buddy. Everybody that watches this, me and Isaiah cool. But this is a good example that I disagree with him. He gets on my. I want to whip his ass, but at the end of the day, that's my partner, and we just been doing this. That's the point. I mean, God would disagree with my lifestyle. But he don't got nothing, whatever animosity and vindictive. He'll get on. God will get. God will. He see something. He gonna say shit. But I know he don't mean. He means it personally.
That LGBTQ lifestyle of yours gotta be a motherfucker.
I don't know about LVGI though, but I will invest because you're my partner and what have you and stuff. The only reason why I have
No,
invested
I'm just fucking
because
with you.
it's hard
But
to buy LVGI.
no, it
It's
ain't.
hard.
How
It's
you
hard. Eh,
figure?
Motherfucker, you can't tell me if I could buy it. I can't buy none. Like I said, none of these apps you can buy LVGI. If
You can
Fidelity
buy
and Armor Trade,
on.
what you got to do when you register, you got to, do all kind of goddamn. They want me to show a fucking check. I don't use no fucking check no
Well, you
more.
can buy.
I
You
had to
can buy it on
photograph a check,
E-Trade,
then I got to write
Ameritrade,
something
Charles
on there.
Schwab,
And I'm a truck
Fidelity.
driver. I'm not at home. That's the reason why I haven't bought LVGI. But I buy it because you say so. I'm not gonna put too much money in, but I will test it.
You can buy it on Ameritrade, E-Trade, Charles Schwab,
Those are
Fidelity.
hedge fund broker platforms.
That's the
Those
stock brokerage firm platform that you can buy
you
stock
cannot buy OT over the counter stocks on all
on. Yeah,
these.
why not?
Everybody,
You can.
you
You
can't
can.
buy it on Cash App. There's people that's
I don't
investing
know
in
about
Cash.
Cash App. When you getting
Cash App, you can invest. What's wrong with Cash App? I don't
I
got.
don't know anything about Cash App that you can buy stock on. I don't know
You
about
don't
Bull.
see that
You know
just
what I mean?
shows you how much you're just so detached
But
from what's
go
going on.
to places that you
That
know
just shows me how
are
you are so detached.
certifiable.
You are
Go
detached.
to E-Trade, go to Ameritrade, go to Fidelity, go to
You
Charles
do
Schwab.
not have to go to E-Trade and all that. You're so detached that you didn't even know that fucking Cash App. You have the ability to fucking buy stocks. You didn't know that? That's a shame, Isaiah. You're out of touch.
What is
So
that
every
supposed to
damn
mean?
time, like I always say, you end where you begin, holding an empty sack.
Yeah.
That's your problem. Damn, Isaiah, man. Stop it, dude. And the point is, the guy and his audience wants to know about crypto. What you're doing, you're on a negative political campaign
No,
that
I'm
fucking
not.
crypto is going to kill you. It's
I
fake.
didn't say
You're
that.
going to
I said
no,
it's
that
very
it's a scam.
volatile.
No,
Very
when you say
volatile.
a Ponzi scheme, and then when I ask
It
you,
is a
you
Ponzi
still ain't
scheme
told
or a
me
pyramid
what's
scheme.
your definition of a Ponzi scheme. You have not defined what a fucking Ponzi scheme, and you have not, because what you'll end up doing, you will repeat in description verbally what I said at the beginning of the show, what a Ponzi scheme is. And that's not what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin and most cryptocurrencies is a legitimate thing. What the sister's talking about, she knew or what have you and stuff, it's a new introduction of a cryptocurrency. And I said it's for fun. Now anybody can create a cryptocurrency. But I'm gonna tell you one thing about cryptocurrency. In the future, I might be dead. All of us might be dead. But in the future, for those in the cryptocurrency, because I see the vision and I see the optics and I see the dynamics and the complexity of it, and see how everything moves. There's negativity in it now. There's going to be a time where you as an individual, not us, where you have the ability to loan at a low interest. Then you're going to see the ability from countries who are very poor. Now they don't have to deal with banks. They won't have to do that. They won't have to deal with all this kind of shit. But the negative motherfucker will use this Illuminati and all this other shit because they have to use fear to keep them within inside their fucking goddamn their rhetoric, like Alex Jones. And it happens in the black community. You have a lot of Alex Jones in our fucking community, and they're locked into their fucking ideals. Those motherfuckers are not morphing into the modern world, and they want to resort to fucking goddamn reactionary rather than proactive things and what have you. And I think a lot of things of what you're doing, Isaiah, you are stoking bullshit, fear, intertwined with fear. You're fueling and you're exacerbating, and you're spreading misconceptions. You're not educating people just because in stocks and whatever. My a lot of my friends and my associates and my acquaintances, we know that because what I invest, they're not going to invest what I invest. But I don't sit there and come with some conspiracy and say, oh, you don't invest in Nuo, you don't invest in Coupon, oh, because you want to invest in ChargePoint, or you want to invest in Amazon. So my way to make them deter them and not believing that, I have to make up some goddamn conspiracy that Jeff Bezos is a fucking Satanist motherfucker and he's gonna fucking goddamn take all the goddamn. That's what you do. Educate people, dude. That
She,
fucking approach that you're doing, Isaiah, it's sick what you're doing, man. I'm
the
gonna be real.
sister,
I'm gonna be straight.
the sister agreed with you too. She said exactly. No,
Stop it,
don't let
dude.
me cut you off, but the sister agreed with you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Carter.
No, man, this
The
your goddamn show, bro.
no,
Show.
no. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just saying the sister agreed with you. She said exactly. It's new, but you cannot be fearful, and just don't invest in a lot of money into it. Yeah. So it's kind of like saying what you were saying, and even with Isaiah, she said don't put all your eggs in one basket, and Isaiah said that too. So I guess y'all both on point. Good.
In investment, one of the fundamentals of what have you said, never invest what you can't afford to lose. It tells you that. I learned that. One of the foundations of what have you, never invest. Like when I pay my bills and my priorities and all these kind of things and what have you, whatever loose money I have, I invest in it. Now, don't get me wrong. When I first started, I'm buying Tesla. I did it. I fucked up. I put it out there. I'm an open book. I would put in $600. I said, damn, I gotta pay this. I even borrowed money. That's a fundamental fucking heresy. I did it. I borrowed my homeboy best friend's wife. I borrowed from them. That's wrong what I did. I admit it. I was wrong. I was wrong for what I did. I even put it on fucking Facebook. I made mistakes, and that's the reason why I said it on the show. I'm trying to show people. Remember when I started? I said, I'm not an expert. Nowhere near expert. I said that I want to share my 4 months or 6 months of my experience. And then I want people to learn off my failures. So when you get in and when you're initiated into it, not initiated like Masonic, what I mean by getting into it, don't make the mistakes I did. I was using feelings. And I had feeling. I was jumping in and I did not study. I was so happy and getting into it and all that shit and what having stuff. But she's right. The money you invest, when you invest, it's the money that you afford it can lose. Well, you lose it and what have you. And just like when he keep telling me, oh, you should, I have a cost where when I reach, he talk about Dogecoin. When Dogecoin reaches $1, I'm going to take 10% out of that money. I have a strategy. That 10%, you know how much that 10% is going to give me? And when you said $550, my first initial thing was $550, but my total was $1,200. But I can show you my damn shit right now. That shit gave me 20. I'm sitting at $22,000 right now. If that motherfucker goes to $1, I got motherfucking $78,000. And then if it shoots to $1.50, I make $113,000. This is not no fucking game, dude. So stop telling people, black folks and white folks and Mexicans, this shit is a game. Stop doing that, dude. If you want to be noble, why don't you adopt by being objective, like a referee, like an umpire, not the umpire because they're whatever, but be real, Isaiah. Stop doing this shit that you're doing. You make yourself look stupid. That's why I ridicule you. That's why I mock you. And I will continue to fucking mock you. Some people disagree that I do that to you. Tell the fucking truth. Even tell the truth. You don't tell the truth. You just talk rambling shit. You talk bullshit.
Yeah.
You talk hogwash shit though, bro. Tell the truth. Educate people.
Crypto has
That's the
nothing
game.
behind it.
What you want everybody to know that they black. And then when you go home, you ain't
black.
When you go home, your ass not that person that you on the internet. So stop fucking fronting. You know that you just front on this goddamn internet and act like you're this, and then you go back and do what the fuck you do, and act like you got some goddamn supreme rule, like, and then somebody listen to your shit that you post on Facebook like it's gonna change and everybody gonna pivot. Ain't nobody did nothing. You don't show no receipt.
Listen to me about the investment that I gave on my Facebook page, Wall Street News and World Report. They made $40 for every
I
dollar they
have
put in.
never heard you, as much as you've been talking and you introduced, I have never heard you talk about any other stock but LVGI. That LVGI, for on the real, looks like gold.
Because all of
It
those
looks
other
like
stocks are null and void now. You know,
you don't talk about. No, see, there
I
you
don't talk
go.
about them.
You're trying to be exclusive. You're trying to be absolute.
No, I ain't.
And that's your
No,
problem.
Why am I
Yes,
talking
you are.
about a stock that
Why
I
you don't talk
invested
about
in?
no other stock? You talk about LVGI because I think that's the only stock that you can buy.
Better than all of the stock that I gave out, bro. Why am I talking about a stock that I invested in 4 years ago?
And then
Does that
it
make any
ain't done
sense?
nothing.
It did do.
You have a
go
no,
back,
well, no,
go back,
well, no.
go
Enoch
back
is a
to the
millionaire,
face-
and he
know
and
he ain't.
he
No, he ain't.
believed
No,
in
he
you.
ain't. No, he ain't. Don't
Yeah,
tell that motherfucker lie. He not no millionaire. That nigga talking about he got 5,000 shares. That nigga
okay.
ain't no millionaire.
Can I put up a video? Can I put up a video that I had with you 2 years ago that you said that you have enough net worth of 1% of the billionaires here on this goddamn? I got the video. I have the
1%
video.
of the billionaires, I wouldn't be talking to your black ass if I had 1% of the billionaires.
I have the video.
That's called.
I have the video. I make videos about your ass because I clown your ass and I show it.
Yeah,
I will. Okay. I will.
but
You damn right. You damn right. You damn right. And I even and in that video, I even question. I said, "Did you just say that you are up there with the 1% of the world?" And you stuttered, and you said, "Yeah, I do." And then later on, you retracted a little bit, but you said, "I got a whole lot." I know you got a lot.
I don't retract shit. I said I'm
That's
1% of the population in America. If you got $200,000, you're in the top 10%. If you got anything over $200,000, you in the top 1% of the country. Now, that's what I meant. I got $1 million fucking dollars in the bank, nigga. I'm in the top 1% of the nation. If that's what you're talking about, then that's what I said.
What do you? Hey, elaborate a little bit. What do you mean that you were part of the 1%?
My credit score is 780. Nigga.
I'm not talking about your credit. What did you just say about you being part of the 1%?
10% of the nation, you got to have at least about $250,000.
Just quit dancing around the damn thing that I just asked you.
1% of the nation is over $250,000 net worth.
How much? How much?
Net $250,000.
No, what is the percentage here in the United States that have over 200,000 net worth? How much? See, I know you're lying. Look at your eyeballs. Look at your eyeballs.
How many
your eyeballs. I study psychology, dude.
How many?
You're a liar. Your eyes tell it.
No, it don't.
You're looking at a compartment with inside your. Because you're lying.
I ain't lying.
Yeah, you're a liar.
Dude, man, how am I lying?
Your eyes, your body behavior.
Yo, Mimi, I'm gonna definitely invest in that. That's only 1 cent. She said she invested $5. She said, and I think it's dealing with dog breeding or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
No, no.
I could be wrong.
Like, you know, I don't mess with those kind of coins, but I would say there's nothing wrong with that. But what you do is you put a little money into it and you test it. It's called experiment. You make a risk. And there's nothing wrong with if she invests in that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, like Safe Moon and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. There you go about getting out. Safe Moon, if you knew about Safe Moon, which you try to invest in, you confess. You sent me. I showed the video. I got the goddamn stuff.
I didn't say nothing.
You talk all that shit about
cryptocurrency coming out of China.
I have the message, Isaiah. That you trying to buy Safe Moon.
Bring it.
And what I try to tell everybody, when you buy, you hold. You hold. Safe Moon, for instance, people don't realize when you buy Safe Moon, when you sell, you lose 10%. The 10% goes into a pool of all those people who are maintaining and retaining their position. I keep telling everybody, when you buy crypto or stock, you hold it. That's my best opinion about it. But what people are doing, they say, "Oh, overnight I'm gonna make $100 or $5,000 or $1 million." You hold it. Damn. But that's their problem. People don't understand it. They look, that's whatever, and they get mad at me because I didn't tell nobody to buy it. I lost a lot. I've lost a lot of goddamn money. I mean, my negativity went down in some things, but I'm not worrying about it. You know, when it goes down, like Dogecoin, when it dropped all the way down to 24 cents, I didn't buy it at 30. When it goes down to 27, I buy because my buying position. Because I know it's going. Because right now it's sitting at 30. It's called the resistance. Then it's a support at the bottom. Then it's called the resistance. And I tell people, you got the cryptocurrency has grass. Understand the Fibonacci. Understand the goddamn candlesticks. This shit is math. Cryptocurrency is real. It's oblivious and nebulous to a lot of people. But when I study those kind of things and I study the fluctuations and all that kind of stuff, when Dogecoin goes down to 20, below 20, I buy more. Because Dogecoin is not going to sit like that. It may sit like that for 6 months. All my stocks and my dividends, not dividends, dividends different. My stocks and my crypto may sit like that, but it's going to blow the fuck up.
Get
The
out
same
while
with
getting it
Bitcoin.
good.
Bitcoin at one time was $100. Everybody, you'll see a lot of shows where you see a lot of people screenshot. Man, I bought 11,000 Bitcoin. You know how much 11,000 Bitcoin is now today? $580 million. And then you know what? And I tell everybody, if I want my fucking money right now, every platform that I'm on, my $78,000, if I want my money and want to get a deposit in my bank, I can hit a button right now and it goes right to my bank.
That's what you need to do, Cutter.
Excuse me, boss.
No, that's your strategy. That's the point of when I'm arguing. I have a different strategy. Your point is you're trying to act like religion and tell people that's what they need to do. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. If brother Bakari gets an investment, he's going to have a different buying strategy. He's going to invest different than me. Your problem is you're trying to tell people what the fuck they need to do. I'm just talking about a general understanding about cryptocurrency and about it. And it's up to them to determine what they want to invest in. You see what I'm saying? You're trying to tell this shit is fake and all that. You're not helping nobody. You're spreading fear. You're spreading bullshit. Nobody cares about what you're doing. What do you want, a plaque? You want to be the Galileo?
Yeah, I have to cut in. Let me cut in. We hit the 3-hour mark right now. So
okay, my bad.
No. This has been a great discussion. My mother just called. I have to give her a call real quick. But I'm getting hungry too, by the way. So we're gonna. Yeah, I know. I saw you. But this has been a great discussion. We're gonna have to continue this. Love to have your brothers back on. As you can see, we're getting a lot of hits. I want to give a shout out to Mimi. Thanks for tuning in, sister. You've been very active. I want to give a shout out to Brother Bakari, and everybody who's been watching. Who else been in here? Give your last. I'm gonna give y'all last closing statements. Starting with Cool Cutter, tell them where they can find you, and give you a little closing statement. And Isaiah, you do the same, and we out of here.
Hey, first of all, man, thank you very much, God in Hollywood. I mean, you can always ask me to come on talking about, even social issues and what have you stuff. I know I haven't been talking about that, but if you want to talk about investment, I will provide my opinion. And I tell everybody, anything what I say, do your own personal due diligence. Do your research. Don't believe anything I say. Do you do that? It may direct you and say, that's interesting what Cool Cutter say. But I stress, it's like I say everything. Do your research. Do your due diligence. Learn. Be objective and learn about what have you. And this is not, like I repeat, this is not something that's directive that you need to do. This is something that I realize that I'm getting older. I have to invest. For you younger generations, the one having this stuff, which I see a lot of people doing it, they're already into it. But for those that are not, the younger generation, especially with the Roth IRA, if I knew what I know now in hindsight in 2020, oh my God, not the 401k, I would have got in the Roth IRA. God damn, and put money into that bad boy and what having stuff. But as far as cryptocurrency and what having stuff, I don't really be around folk. The people that talk bad about crypto is the people that don't know shit about cryptocurrency. It's some conspiracy, some emotional shit and what have you. But when I'm around people that are doing and what have you, they're not arguing about the legitimacy of cryptocurrency. What they're arguing about what cryptocurrency. And then I listen to the criticism. What's the weakness about this crypto? And and I listen to the technical analysis and what have you. This is science. This is, it's a science behind that. We're not. The only really, this is really when I come around Isaiah, he's the only person I get around. He's my homie. But he's the only person I sit there and gotta fucking argue about. This dude don't understand what cryptocurrency is. God damn. And there's people that says, man, I just don't. When I started, it don't make no damn sense about it. I said at the beginning, I was ignorant about crypto. I was worrying about whatever, and I'm gonna continue to study science and history and social things and all that. That's a hobby. I realize it's a hobby. I'm not a leader. I'm just a person that retains information. That's it. I don't have the skills to do it. I'm not skilled about business or what have you. But one thing, I was ignorant about cryptocurrency stocks and what have you for years. I was baffled. I was ignorant. And then I started learning. I said, man, this shit is full of shit. But then, like I said at the beginning, I armored myself. Then I said, let me do cursory information and apply the same thing when I study information. Set aside your differences, your emotions, and your suppositions and your pre-conclusion, and educate. Study about this. And it took, man, I studied, and studied. And thanks because of stocks helped me gravitate to learn its relationship with cryptocurrency. And that helped me. You feel me? So again, in my life, I'm getting old. I'm not knocking anybody. You can believe in chakras and kundalinis, like I always say, or like Isaiah, who's first, whatever. That's cool. It's cool. Help those to reinstill pride and our reconnection and what have you and stuff. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I mean, to motivate you, and spread that thing for other people who have low self-esteem because they feel like as being a black person or non-ethnic because of the dominance of white supremacy and what have you, diminishes you and what have you and stuff. But once you feel and realize that you're from a powerful demographic here on a global demographic, you know what I'm saying? It can instill, so that can be your cryptocurrency. That can invest you. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that, But as far as your future and what have you and stuff too, I mean, we live in it. There's no way you around it. You can't get mad and, oh, I'm mad because everybody making money and I don't make money. Because I always realize a lot of people that's not making money are hating on this shit. They're not, or something distressing their personal life. So therefore, when they're mad, they go to that shit and say this shit's fake, stupid, and point out some of the negativity that they point out is true. Everything has its negativity about it. You know what I'm saying? But if anybody that's interested into cryptocurrency, study by being an umpire, a judge, and learn about it because it's synonymous to crypto. If anybody is interested in what have you stuff, you can find me on Cool Cool Cutter channel. You're more than welcome to ask any question. I will do my best, not with a T at the end, BES. I know Guy Nollywood knows what I'm talking. I don't think Isaiah knows. He's still stuck in the Hebrew like whatever. But again, thank you everybody. I appreciate y'all energy. Guy Nollywood, I appreciate for you tolerating with on your show to let us be who we are and what have you. I'm kind of embarrassed a little bit and what have you and stuff. Because I allow Isaiah to agitate me and what have you and stuff. I take full accountability and responsibility. But you was being cool, and I thank you very much, Guy Nollywood. Het Tepu.
Mm-hmm. Isaiah? Go ahead, Isaiah. Close out. I can't hear you.
We're gonna close it out with just this. You got to do you and be be you. Nobody can tell you what to do, how to do it, and what to do. This is a grown man, grown woman game. And it is a game that is played for keeps. You cannot be out here trying to do what you do on a wing and a prayer. You got a brain in the skull of your head and not sitting between your ass. All right? Think, read, learn, grow, and apply the three most precious gems that the Bible talks about: knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because when you have those three, nothing can get past you unless you let it get past you and take you for everything that you are worth. Take time. There are three ingredients to a very successful investor: patience, strategy, and discipline. Patience means waiting for the period of time. Now you feel that that particular stock is going to do what it needs to do in order for you to get out. Discipline means selling when you reach that point. Strategy is buying low, selling high, and expanding on the difference. This is the three, um, how you say, Kentucky Derby horses that I've been using that were taught to me a long time. Patience, grow your money steadily, surely. Teach these things to your kids so that they know that they're not possibly running up into a scheme or scam for whatever reason. Just like the name of that rapper who got took for $4 million because he wanted to be nice and married a hoe. Uh, she took him for $4 million. You know a hoe when you see one. Don't fall for the game. Play the game, play the play. That's all I'm saying. And I wish the best for everybody for whatever you want to do in this life, because you're only here for a limited time. Be a good person. It don't cost nothing to do that. And the greatest religion to me is kindness. It'll take you a long way in life. And I got my ass with my mother and my father isn't here anymore. My mother said, yeah, she'll tell you. If you do the right thing, right or fall into all the days of your life, and you will live a long life. And to sum it up, there was a guy who came across a doctor. He was a poor guy, a poor little boy. And the doctor took him under his wing, and a very rich doctor, very successful. But at whatever point, he lost everything. That young man who was poor and he put into school became a very successful doctor himself. And he looked for this guy who took him and put him through school and everything, and he couldn't find him until one day he heard that he was in a nursing home. He went to the nursing home, took him out of that nursing home, and brought him to his estate and took care of him for the rest of his life. So you never know the level of kindness that you do for the least of these that will come back to either haunt you for what you did wrong or that will come back to bless you. Always be the blessing for others and be the light for others who are living perhaps in the darkness, even though they have their own finger on the light switch. Inspire them and tell them to turn on the light within. And that'll be okay. Yeah, but we are.
No. There's somebody watching the show, and I'm waving at her, my loved one. I love her.
I know
I'm waving at my loved one,
I love her too.
my
Tell her I love her
Jessica.
too. Tell her Jessica. Yeah,
There you go. There you go. You're married.
It don't matter.
I'm
I'm a hoe. You know I'm
gonna
a
put the
hoe.
goddamn $1 million
How do you know?
ass
Because
whoop
I
on
told
you.
you.
I'm waving at
That's right.
my girlfriend. I love her, Jessica.
Yeah,
That's why.
I love her too.
Hey, there
Jessica,
you
I love
see.
you. I love you, baby.
See, God.
All right, guys.
All right there.
All right,
Stay
yo.
blessed.
I wanted to say thank y'all guys for coming through. We're gonna do another one, another show of this. Is very interesting. We're gonna get next time. We're gonna get deeper into this. So just want to say thank y'all, brothers, for coming through. This has been very enlightening to me and to my audience. So we definitely gonna continue this. This is what the people need. All right. So like I said, it's a time to have fun, but it's also a time that gets serious. So thank you once again, fellas. And subscribe to my channel. If you this is Guy Hollywood Jr., subscribe to my channel and press those notifications. All right.
Peace out, man.
I'll see you when I see you. Later, guys.
Hotep.
Peace. Hotel.
Peace. Hotep.